3, 2, 1, go! Excellent, sexy. Okay, everybody. Are you ready for another exciting episode of WarHams?
Parking ticket.
Mountain
I'm
Best
so
Edition.
glad
Sus?
to see everybody back here for another exciting episode of WarHams. We are currently on episode 21 of WarHams, brought to you by all of you. So thank you all so much for supporting the show thus far. It has been an absolute joy to do this for all of you. I'd like to introduce our characters super quick before we get to the thing. But starting off, Speaker D playing Braine.
Indeed, I am Speaker D. I play Braine, the Skitari who hits people with a stick, and I am a Emperor Text-to-Speech man. I ride it. Okay, moving on.
Earndil playing Reeb Van Harn, or Inquisitorial Acolyte.
Yes, and he is the medic, and he does things, and also I am a writer on the show, and I do things as well, like that. Next.
And HulkyKrow, our resident rogue trader, captain of the debt collector.
Of course, the super competent captain who does nothing wrong and clearly knows what he's doing. I am a voice actor on the TTS and some other projects.
I am playing Lorn, the sanctioned psyker of the group, and the one leading us on this brand new adventure is Thurston Hillman, our resident game master. What do you have for us today?
Hello, I'm Thurston Hillman, the resident game master. I write things, but that's not important. What's really important is that I beat the final boss in Drakengard 3, which is the hardest video game ever made. Final boss, fight me on it. As for today, well, we've got a tale in store. We've finished up our little moment on the Carillon. Nothing bad happened on that ship, by the way. You went there; it was great. But we find ourselves back on the Debt Collector, our favorite ship. And to start off, I would like each player to please roll me 1d6.
Terrific. I will do that right now.
Hell yeah, let's go.
You're not ready. I also got a 5.
I got a 6.
Fuck!
I got a 4.
I will get Speaker and Earndil to roll off.
Oh.
I see.
The battle begins.
4.
3. I meant to let you go first.
Good.
So, good.
Good. This is perfect. This is what we need to start. So we begin. Captain Zedek. It has been several days since the incident on board the Carillon. Your vessel is now making its way inwards towards Fimbria 2 and Fimbria Majoris, which are the only leads remaining. The Marengo has moved off, a far superior, far faster vessel than yours, and has disengaged, making pursuit impossible at this time.
Oh, please don't remind me.
I am just stating facts here, sir. Now, as this has happened, you've been processing some of the data you retrieved from the Carillon, noting that one Srehaburgo de Fakrabi left on board a shuttle, and the only place that shuttle could have possibly set down and refueled that was in range when the Carillon entered system would have been Fimbria 2, a mining planet, which you are making your way towards. So you have several days in which to sort of rest and recuperate following the incident on board the Carillon. What is it that you are doing with this time, Captain Zedek?
So Captain Zedek, feeling, I would not to say inspired, but more regretful after the horrible things they witnessed on the Carillon. And the state of disrepair that ship was in, and leading to his own weapons and equipment malfunctioning at very, very bad times, has finally taken it to heart to live up to his family name and fix this ship, which is now his sole responsibility.
Who are you and what have you done with Captain Zedek?
He's a new man, at least until the bottle runs out.
Very good, very good. All right, So, what exact skill are you wanting to put in towards your work on board the ship?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
My
It
tech
is.
skill is not super good, so I'm not going to manually repair many things, but I would like to use leadership to ascertain A, what's going on, and B, how to best direct people to fix the problems that Captain Zedek probably should not fix, given that it's a piece of ancient technology that he, let's be honest, is not going to be able to fix.
Absolutely. So you are essentially doing like pursuing your family matters of your rogue trader dynasty. You are taking the time to look after your vessel. Now, the interesting thing is whenever rogue traders pursue this type of downtime, you kind of have unexpected things pop up. And so as you are getting ready and getting the crew all good to go, there is a complication that occurs. In this case, people all on board the debt collector for the week are celebrating Saint Abernatham. And it has led to faith parades and processionals from the lower decks to the upper decks of the ship, all traversing. There are hymns being shouted. Now, one thing that you know is no one knows who Saint Abernatham is. No one on board your ship knows anything about Saint Abernatham except that it's a week-long holiday on your ship.
So they're all
So-
celebrating something they have no idea about, other than the fact that it's a holiday.
Correct.
This sounds like the menial workers.
You can try to whip them up. However, your difficulty is gonna be up because of this faith procession that is going on. So the difficulty on this leadership test is gonna go up by 2. I'm gonna get you to give me that leadership test to see how you beat the crew into shape here.
Can I assist Captain Zedek? Because I like to imagine we're both on like an overview, seeing the hordes of people just going through, and I kind of look at Zedek. I mean, I can just woo, like a little molten beam charge coming ahead. Like I could just stop him right now. I can just go woo and just threaten every
No, I
time.
mean,
The parade.
we don't need to turn the menials
What do you
into
mean? I can just do it right
molten
now.
slime.
See, I can just shoot right
No,
now. Don't stop.
Please.
Oh,
Lorn,
okay.
don't shoot it in the ship. Don't turn them in. We don't want crew mulch. They already get corpse starch. I don't think they can eat corpse slag.
I mean, I'm already cooking them for him. Here, I'll just do it real quick. Just, right now.
Lorn, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's just like your finger goes up and it's got this little red glowing light at the end.
Please, just let me hit him. Let me do it. Let me do it.
Oh, okay. Here, hit them with this. I hand him the amalgamation tool that we made several episodes ago. The bat with the book with the chain.
How do you still have? You brought this back from the other planet?
It's a relic.
It's
I spent 1 CP to have this relic.
What's a CP?
It's a command point.
I hate you.
Zedek just stares at him, just like hands up, like wordlessly, what the fuck are you talking about? Saying nothing before he turns back to the throngs of menials.
Would you like to give me that leadership test? Sir?
Yes, I will give you the leadership test.
Beautiful.
There we go. That's the one.
It's gonna be a 6, but I don't want it to be just a 6.
You can
Can
tell it's a
I-
bonus for his new relic, right?
Yes,
It's a
the
plus
relic-
1 to leadership.
The Rube Goldberg that kills people after a very long time.
Yeah.
How big is this thing?
I mean,
It's because you want it, Zedek.
yeah, I'll give you the +1, but there will be a catch.
What's I don't like this.
You don't know the catch.
Of course. Can I spend a glory to try and boost this?
You totally can. I will allow this.
Party, are you okay with this?
Of course.
Shit, do it, dude. Take it. Do
Alright,
what you do.
So, I
Yeah.
as you spend that glory, Zedek, I have some
Uh-huh.
unfortunate news for you.
Tell me, Zoran.
There's some warp entity that has made you fuck up, so that is a complication.
It's okay. I fucked it. Wait.
Oh, okay.
Hurt me. I had a good session last time. I'm ready to get back to the norm.
I mean, this sounds about right. Okay. Yeah, so Captain Zedek, you were commanding, using your commanding presence on your menials. What kind of, like, I assume maybe you're doing this over like the ship-wide Vox network, is that correct?
Yes.
What riveting speech are you making?
Hello, esteemed crew of the debt collector. Oh, wow. Yes, and that
my
he
God.
does say, oh, wow, as well.
Correct.
This is your captain speaking. I have noticed for the past 3 days you've been parading up and down the ship, venerating this Saint Abernatham, of which every menial and upper decker I have talked to has failed to tell me who they are or what they've done or why they're being venerated. But I understand that it's a holiday and you know the holiday policy on the ship. Please, if anybody can actually figure out who this person is, tell me so you can keep your week off. If not, I suggest you get back to work before we start loading more shells into the macro cannons that are using you instead of the munitions. You will get your holidays at the pre-assigned times. Now get back to work.
Oh boy.
A hush falls over the ship. We cut cinematically to several scenes all across the ship, to the lower decks, to Reeb in the Medicae, to Braine probably in the middle of murdering someone in the lower decks.
Yeah, Braine outburst. Oh boy, more work?
I don't know where that Braine accent came from, but sure. And then we cut back to the bridge where at this point you could hear a pin drop. But a pin doesn't drop. Instead, the doors to the bridge open. And you hear on like grinding servos the doors, and you hear this Where are you? You! And a man comes crawling on, like, splayed out. He's pulling himself forward, and he's now pointing up at Lorn. And Lorn, you recognize this man.
Are you again?
You recognize this man from a bar you stopped in on Fimbria Majoris with one Braine.
I don't remember you.
Recognize
Oh,
this
no.
man
I don't know you.
because of the missing foot he has that was cut off. You said I could have work if I made it onto the ship, and I could have a life here.
So I'm on the, like, where am I exactly? Like on the bridge or?
Yeah, you're on the Strategium.
It's like, who let this poor person up here? Come on, you. It's like I start taking a brush and start pushing his body like he's rolling. Like, come on, get out of here. Get out of here. Come on.
Wait, Lorn, hold
What?
on. Did you promise him work to come on the ship?
Yeah, I don't know how he couldn't find it concerning your excellent speech. Just promised work. So I don't know why he's complaining at me.
I mean, I didn't promise work. They're just supposed to get back to doing the job they were
waited here.
supposed to do.
But you were on that other ship, so I had to go to the lower decks to survive. It took me days to crawl back up here.
Okay, let me ask you a question. When you first entered the ship, did you follow the red line or the blue line?
What?
The red line or the blue line?
There was a boarding ramp, and I just went on board it.
You just went on the boarding ramp and you didn't even follow the crew navigorum?
Yeah,
I don't
like
have a foot.
you're supposed to. Like, you crawled. You got here, so that obviously means you can travel. I mean, there's a blue line and a red line. The blue line brings you to the job centers and everything, where you will be assigned and given uniform, and you'll get a new foot and everything. You obviously went to the red line, which goes straight to the lower decks and possibly to where the incinerators are.
Oh. Wait. Are you suggesting that Captain Zedek has streamlined press ganging on his ship?
Yes.
Good. Good.
That's not how that works. It just
You're
tells them
like-
where to go.
Are you implying he hasn't?
It's fair.
Look, we know we know Captain Zedek doesn't run his ship well, but he's not
What
that
if you
evil.
help me to get there?
Fine. Yeah, it's like I guess I motioned to a servitor or whatever to lift him up because
Compliance.
And it's
Sir,
like, yeah.
lifts this guy up.
I was like, all right, let's go. And basically, as we're going, I bring him to the entrance of it. It's like, you see, you went it's like stark difference. There's the red one, which looks like Mount Doom, of just fiery brimstone trashes everywhere. It looks just absolutely horrible. And then there's an actual clean, is pristine hallway with two people waiting at attendance, going, "Hi, welcome to the debt collector." I'm just
There's like
bullshitting you.
balloons there too.
Yeah,
and,
like
one of
balloons.
those, big
It's so
overhangs.
obvious. And I point to him
Oh.
going, "Why did you go on that one?"
Oh, well, I probably the blood loss from missing my foot.
Lorn,
Well,
why
yes.
did you take his foot?
I didn't take his foot. He lost it.
People don't just lose. Well, I mean, they do lose body parts sometime when they're ill. But why? He said you caused him to lose his foot. What happened to the bar?
I don't remember. I actually do not remember.
Oh, well,
I
I
have
don't
no
remember
idea why
either.
I
I
lost
was
his foot.
zonked out of my fucking gourd.
Well, either way, we got a new employee. Here you go. Go down that one. Here you go. Just put him there. Yeah, just let him crawl.
No, don't let him crawl.
Wait, the servitors get back to
servitors-
the thing.
Take him to the med bay, get him an augmetic, and get him patched up.
Oh, you're
And,
so
and
generous,
you,
Zedek.
what's your name, sir?
I'm Ferris.
Ferris. Well, Ferris, you're not going to be getting a day off today. You've taken far too many, like the rest of the meetings on this ship. Head down to the med bay. Our doctor will patch you up and assign you to a position based upon your skills. When you are settled in, please come back to the Strategium. I would like to have words with you.
Oh, yes, sir, Captain. Yes, sir. All right. So in the sake of time, we're going to follow Ferris on his way to the med bay to get an augmetic and move away from Captain Zedek. However, Captain Zedek, your successful inspiration of the crew and addition of another crew member means that you have more people now working to do all of the work you probably should be doing, but now have other people doing for you. And because of that, you can spend more time finding and counting all of the wealth your family has amassed from these laborers. Your wealth increases by 1.
It's like the money back. We've got to have the money.
Then we cut to this poor fellow in the med bay, who, as he is finishing up having a bionic foot installed by Reeb.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
But Reeb, we now cut to you in these few days. What are you spending your time doing on the debt collector?
Well, I elected to take up the time-honored tradition of toiling, which means I am currently tending to whatever fools are sick in the med bay or otherwise maimed in the med bay or dying in the med bay, checking on our forever comatose tech priestess, and also apparently reattaching some poor fucker's foot. Thank you, Zoran.
You're welcome.
I like that
I gave
Zoran's
you
getting blamed,
purpose.
but it was absolutely Speaker who took off his foot.
Yeah,
I no comment.
Um,
But Speaker hasn't spoke yet, so therefore Lorn is at
Precisely.
fault.
You need to understand
True.
something. I also don't remember this guy, but then again, I also wasn't there.
It's true. All right. Beautiful. All right, so you are toiling, and you're going to give me a Medicaid check for this, please. Yeah, let's see how successful you are in the Medicaid wing here.
Yep. In addition to the Medicaid stuff, because I am an Inquisitor, I also have to kind of check in. Like, Inquisitorial Acolyte, it's actually specified. I actually just straight up have to contact Harlan and give a report as well.
Yeah,
But that'll come
I'm assuming, but a lot of what you're probably presenting is medical information as well.
Precisely. And also trying to schmooze to get a promotion. Oh, that's garbage. I'm wrathing that. That's horrible too. Are you kidding me?
Take
you
some
kidding?
glory. We've got a bunch of glory.
I don't need glory. I've got a 10. I just need it. There we go, a 6. That'll suffice.
Yeah. So you are able to not only reattach poor Ferris's foot, you are also able to compile information. Now, specifically, what sort of medical reports are you sending to your Inquisitor Harlan?
Well, given that she is a high tier, Ordo Xenos Inquisitor, I'm sort of just sending her compiled information on the various little things that I've had the dubious honor. Well, not dubious for Reeb. Reeb fucking loves it. I'm not a big fan of autopsies myself. But he gets to examine them. He's sending back whatever information he can. He will also gladly state that he very, very happily discharged a Drukhari through the airlock, and he was very pleased about that.
I just can imagine the smiley face in that message.
Yeah, he writes through Dark Eldar, out the door.
Bye Hatsune Manariel.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Okay, so you're able to, as I said, do very successfully at this. This is going to bump you up a bit. You're going to get an influence from this, as not only do you find yourself getting a bit more access and information from Inquisitor Harlan in return, you also find that the crew of the debt collector is really coming to like you and depend upon you. In fact, many of them seem to be showing you a lot of just positivity and friendship in the Medicaid ward of the debt collector.
God, I'd hope so. Reeb's bedside manner is one of the best. Just, don't be a corpse near him, because then he will slice you open and be like, how did you die? What is this spot on your liver? Tell me. Oh, can I also, curiously, because this is still part of Reeb's whole thing, can he probe Inquisitor Harlan for by the way, when am I getting a promotion?
Yeah, you can send that message along with your data package. Again, this is all going through the ship's astropath.
It'll take a while.
Well, will take a while, and the ship's astropath is a bit of an eccentric fellow.
Yeah, I know Winnick. Still trying to give him guns. Trying.
So yeah, so the astropath Winnick Revet is sending these messages. Eventually, you'll probably hear something back. We'll follow up a little bit on that later.
Yeah.
But as we see this happening in the med bay, where you have compiled this and sent it to Winnick for transmission, we cut to a corpse that is lying on one of the med bay that you were examining. Something of the growing myth of the demon in the lower decks, or the lower deck slasher, the person who has been expertly sawn in half with this awful wound, going down from shoulder down to about midriff. As this body is looking lifelessly up, the camera pans in on its face, and as it does, the color returns just in time for all of us to hear this schlump sound as the two parts of this man tumble to the ground, and Braine has finished executing this person in the lower decks at the start of their travails through, after the Carolina, I should say. Braine, what are you doing?
I'm going to
with your
point
time.
I'm going to point at this man who tried to mug me. And don't do it again. And now.
There's no one else in the hall. It is dead.
No, I know.
In fact, you probably came across this man from behind.
It's kind of like a metaphor. Anyway. With my bum chest, I admit I have been in very strange moods, but now, with the inspiration of Captain Zedek and other things, I have decided that I must devote myself to a most sacred endeavor. Here's what I'm going to do. Thurston, all of the color of the scene will fade away. Using scrapped up menial outfits and other such things, I'm gonna get myself a big, wide-brimmed, funny hat, a big, stitched-together coat of various maintenance suits, And then I'm going to be in my office. Would you say that I have some low sticks around?
I mean, certainly. Are you in your office or
Well,
have you
I'm.
gone to someone else's office?
Office.
I might not remember where my office is. I'll go somewhere I'm pretty sure is my office. It's got a big desk. It's got a blackboard. It's got paper.
Okay, so you're going into Belba Creepfoot's quarters in lower decks.
Yeah, but when she's not there,
Oh,
I'm gonna take a bunch of candlesticks. I'm going to light low sticks on them until a thin, smoky smog has filled the room. Now, I gotta be sorting these papers. And I assume around this point, Belba will enter into the room.
Oh, she's been here the whole time. The box just pops up a bit.
I'm going to take out my tape record. Well, sorry. Oh my gosh, what would it be called? A audio vox thing? All right, I'm going to take that. Start date.
That's what we call them.
Thank you. I forgot. I'm so around smashing people. Okay. Vox recording log. Date Zedek birthday, comma 12.600? Whatever. I should have known it from the time that dame entered into my office. There she
Lorn
was.
enters. Wearing a dress with a big wide brim red hat.
I should have known Lorn was trouble from the moment he entered. Legs up to here, and Belba had legs, and I take like a centimeter, like or so on my head, up to there. And the legs are important, I've been told. I don't know. I'm gonna stop this stupid thing. I'm gonna smash it. Lorn!
Lorn sits. Lorn sits
It
on the
cuts to
chair.
Lorn, who is dressed normally now. He just sits down.
We briefly saw Pie Vision.
I'm sorry, the barge in your bit there.
No, by all means, I say.
Yes, of course. And I sit down and go, Pie, there's been a serious development here on the debt collector, and I need your help.
What do you need?
There's someone going around murdering the various workers here, and I am very close to the source. So close I can smell it.
Belba rolls her eyes so that I can react to this scene in game.
Well, that sounds terrible, but I think it might tie into what I'm investigating.
Oh yeah,
That's how
Lorn,
you
behind
investigate.
Pie is the massive conspiracy board.
I see you've been busy here, Pie Braine. What have you found? And I stand up, stand near him, arms behind his back, looking at whatever the fuck he's got going on.
Well,
So for those of you who are curious, Pie Braine has decided to undertake the discovery endeavor to
Yes.
try to find some kind of clue about the ongoing conspiracies. And so, what non-tech skill would you like to use for this? You may use cunning, investigation, or scholar for this.
I think it is in my best interest to use the skills that I have points in. And to that
Good.
end, I
Yeah, you
believe-
cannot use weapons skill.
yes, I can't intimidate the truth
No.
out of nothing. I'll use athletics, I'll run at the truth. I will be using Scholar, and with the permission of my blessed friends, I'd like to pump an absurd amount of glory into this.
Sure. I'm fine with it.
All right, I'm thinking actually, I'm going to use all of it, because this is actually really important to Pie.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'll use 5. I'll leave 1 of the tag, just in case. All right.
Okay.
Yes,
You
leave me
see?
the breadcrumbs.
It all started, and now Pi is going to activate logic circuits, activate low stick engine, activate shadow thinking, everything else.
That's too sorry.
Tech priest thinking jutsu.
Tech
Oh,
priest.
I unfortunately have to inform you.
Yeah.
Speaker of these, that some warp entity has cursed your roll, and that is a complication.
Oh, indeed.
Is
Well,
it?
well, that's
Still a
fascinating.
9. It's still a
Well,
9.
It is a 9, but I'm going to tell you something else. I'm not satisfied with a 9.
The fuck's
We're breaking the mystery open. We're cracking open its innards. We're coming in like we're gumming up a crab in a crab death factory where you trouble for sad little heads, and I always feel kind of bad about it. But you know, they're just crabs, so it's fine. Life cycle, whatever. Who cares? Anyway, I will use 14 successes and a complication.
And a complication. Okay. So what exact elements of the grand conspiracy are you attempting to figure out?
Well, that's just the thing.
Or are you just trying to find out the conspiracy?
Well, I think
Trying to find a conspiracy.
I need to find a conspiracy for me to solve. No. All right. Let's break it down into small bite-sized chunks that I can't eat. But shut up, Lorn. You're always
It's
talking
okay.
about it.
I'll eat them.
All right. Good work.
And I hand him a bucket just filled with various tofu and soy matter.
I just start just munching on it as he explains to me his fucking cracker board.
Exactly. Yes, you see, it all started with our investigation into the Fuckerby. Yes, what started as a
The
funny little
Fuckerby.
goblin man seemed to be big and he turned the rattling planet into a bunch of ravenous cannibals. We all assumed he was merely a powerful psyker. But that assumption was faulty, because Lorn, you're pretty big and strong and can probably beat him up, and you aren't that cool, and the Fuckerby certainly isn't that cool. Yes, he's not nearly as cool as Lorn. Yes. So there must be something else going on. And as we moved forward, we connected with those strange Xenos that had destroyed all of my fellow Lemurians. That makes me so mad. Belba, Walnut.
All right. Passes you a walnut.
Excellent. I crush it. Ah! Okay, I feel better. Now then, we know that there's some sort of strange luck from the big bitchman and dough person? No. You see, I wrote it here. It makes sense. But
I see.
then we go to Rohekta in captivity. He has no idea what's going on, but he knows something happened, and he's with the Fuckerby, and there's evil family jewels, and there's secrets, and then we get to the chapel, and there's illusion, and Reeb. Is Reeb in on it? I don't think so, but
There's like a picture of Reeb in the far corner with just circles and
No,
question marks.
It's a picture of Reeb, but you can tell that Pi has got it from like being directly in his face, so Reeb is pushing it away.
Yeah. On like one end, there's like a wing of an angel. On the other end, a demon, and it's just question marks everywhere. One of them says like, "Reeb clone."
Cool.
And,
Reeb.
Yes, but this all leads somewhere, even beyond our funny little happy dances. The ship that mysteriously has a warp breach, the Fuckerby is behind it. Is it some kind of demon, or is it some other object? And then the Dark Elder, they appeared, and they were just as confused as we are, but we saw that strange leader.
I assume all of this is being like picture wise done in the TTS style of flashbacks with little like shitty pencil drawings that are now like moving up and down around on your keyboard.
Yeah, Pi also has a bunch of different audio recordings that he attempted to make that are completely like in isolation. Maybe they make kind of sense, but they're all as rambling as that, and they're kind of incoherent. But like Pi thinks that they're a good record of keeping his thoughts, but he just winds up saying the same thing over and over again. But hopefully, after the fruit of that great ramble,
proposition is that every one of your ramblings, your Vox recording, is this dial-up tones. Because you're speaking in like binary.
Oh yeah, I'm speaking in binary. The reason why Pi rambles so much is that he's used to making deductions in binary, so human speech just is very slow.
And then he's just like, Lorn, listen to this discovery. And it's like,
I like
Yeah.
to know. I like to say that I actually been taking notes. I have like my tablet here, and so I'm just like, oh, okay. So have like, okay, you have the fucker be. Then it goes to like Rohecta, and then something about like a captain,
All
and
right.
then like a Reeb clone,
Yes,
and then
and it
angels
all
and
leads-
demons.
And it all leads to this one conclusion. And
Okay.
it is. Did you get that?
Is this about the Dark Eldar waifu, or is it about the ship?
I
That's
don't
what
know
I
what
have
that
here.
is. I don't. What part says? I'd take the part that says that. I'm going to rip it up. No, we're not doing that. Not doing that.
that ending is lost to us.
We did
I
not
look
take
at
that
the
route.
I look at the shorts.
Maybe someday.
So, would you like to know the result of your 14?
I would love to know the result of my 14
We
insanity.
get to the crux of the matter, the roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you've been like just blurting in common speech in low Gothic the trials and tribulations of your crew, your fellow ambassadors, and Lorn being here is dutifully taking notes. And Lorn, there's a gap in here, and
there's a
it
gap,
seems
Pie
like
Braine.
something that Pie Braine has skipped over, and
I think you've
caught
skipped
it,
over something.
But Pie Braine has not acknowledged it at all, and it's what happened at Shady Rock after you discovered the Xenos runes. And as like you're piecing that together, Lorn, your head starts to get a bit of a headache, and you kind of close your eyes a bit to shake it away. But you definitely can see on this timeline that has been put out in front of you, there is like a gap there in terms of time.
I motion over. I kind of push Pie Braine. I think you've missed something. I kind of push him to the right, and it's big, like everything's covered. I imagine with like photos and notes and just random things, right, Speaker?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I imagine
definitely.
there's a spot where there's literally nothing in a circle, like
Mhm.
just nothing. And I point to him. You seem to have missed something.
What? That's
I
what the.
tap
I look in between my two stickers, which say orb meat and shadow pig.
Can you
And
give me a willpower test, please?
I would love to give you a willpower test, my friend.
Thank you.
Ooh. How much glory we got? This seems like it's going to be important.
We have full now.
Maybe.
I'm going to use 4 on this, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
Because
The conspiracy. We are rolling. 7 and a glory. See, I only use 3.
Yeah, you look at it. You are analyzing it. There's no gap. Everything's fine. Lorn just doesn't understand your vision. He clearly there's no gap.
Wait, I don't think I rolled my full dice pool. Because that's only 5 there. But it should be. Even the machine. Sorry, there should be 3 extra dice.
Wow.
Even the that's D10s. I'm having a stroke.
This is not World of Darkness, sir.
No, it's not World of Darkness. I would have only gotten 1 success anyway. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to
got
spend
nothing
my
out of
last wrath on this, aren't I? Wish me luck.
4 dice.
1 more success, hopefully, is enough.
It looks fine. Like your analysis is fine. Lorn is wrong.
Lorn, you're making crazy talkings over here. And
That's what the fuck you mean? Like, there's obviously something missing.
look, all right, I'll walk you through it, okay? We arrive
And you basically continue going through this process with Lorn, and every time Lorn is vehement that there are days missing, but every time you go to respond, you cannot accept there are days missing, which only causes you more consternation because it's showing you that something is wrong.
So the problem is that Lorn thinks there's days missing, but there's not. But so what happened on the days?
And so
Uh,
as this discovery is now tearing Braine apart, I assume after a bit of time, Lorn, you kind of tire of this and get up to depart on your own, correct?
Yep, I fuck out. I'm like, whatever, you're crazy. And then I leave, and I can't remember any famous film noir lines as I leave his office. And I go, see you later, cowboy or something, and then poof, and then I fuck off.
Yeah. And then of course our camera follows you as Braine is now like just completely engulfed in the conspiracy board. Lorn, you have a little bit of downtime as well to spend on the ship. I know you've been helping out the other people, but you
Mhm.
get a little bit. What are you spending your off hours doing here?
I'm spending time with I think it's the astropath?
Or the navigator, I believe. is
Navigator,
what we talked about.
yeah. Navigator. I'm spending time with her. We're going for our tea session. We're sitting down and enjoying some Imperium tea.
Yeah, so you go into the navigator's sanctum where you meet with Edamitsu Gibran, who she greets you, the ship's navigator, in the sort of lavish navigatorial quarters of the debt collector, which we've been to once before and we know are essentially a palace within the ship. And Edamitsu greets you as you come in, and she has a fine tea set that has been laid before you, and she beckons you to sit with her.
Oh, it's good to see you again. Hope everything's been well.
Oh, yes, it's been very accommodating. I don't have to go into the warp, which means I will survive another day.
Oh, yeah, you're still on that expiring business. But anyway,
I felt
kept-
that ship die, and when that ship
Mhm.
died, I got the impression that, and her eyes kind of go side to side, and she stares in at you a bit, that the next time I go into the warp, it will be my last time as well.
Oh, you always say that. You bring such delightful conversation. I'm just writing, just like, yeah, just taking a sip. And I just wanted to see what you thought about that ship business, and if you've seen any and through the warp or any sensory or anything like that of any trails of the fuckerbeer.
Oh, I had the faint scent of something powerfully psychic that had been through the area, something that changed the materium. It's quite quite impressive. I think I felt like searching the ocean myself to try to find some hint of its presence, but I would need help doing that alone, navigator. Well. And she kind of looks around conspiratorially and then leans in towards you, Lorn. Well, I don't think the captain can afford to lose me. We don't have, well, we only have 2 backup navigators on board, and they aren't even a quarter of my skill.
Exactly what you want me to do again?
Well, perhaps you could help me as I plumb into the depths of the Sea of Souls to search for this person you're looking for.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
if we do that together, be warned. And she looks like everything darkens around her. It could be my last time in the warp.
Oh, well, it's only yours. I'm fine with it. Let's go.
Oh, all right. So you're going to take
Thanks.
advantage of your puritanical conditioning, and I guess you're going to give me a psychic mastery test here.
Yes!
Like,
Finally!
finally, for something that's not a psychic power.
Hey, Thurston, I got a crazy question.
Oh God. Okay.
Can
Let's
I-
toggle this real
Can,
quick.
can I please narratively declare that Reeb senses they're doing something that is going to possibly doom us for a long time, because getting another navigator could be quite hard.
Okay.
Could he possibly bust in and stop him from potentially killing our navigator?
I will let you bust in, but they have already started their little trance.
Is anyone else in here other than Lorn? And our
Just some
navigator.
serving servitors.
I would like to use 3 glory if that's okay.
Motherfucker.
Boop, boop.
Very good. Very good.
Okay, here I go. 1,
Psychic
2,
mastery.
Psychic
Lord, you
mastery
guttering fool!
to the day. I got a 2. I'm gonna
We did it,
use a
Reddit.
wrath. Cause oh no, I got an 8.
Got an
Still
8.
fail.
No, in this case, you will actually succeed here, Lorn, despite the booming protestations of crew that can be heard through the door that Reeb has opened. As you in the far distance, in the back of your subconscious mind, you hear the sort of shouts of "Rah rah Abernathem, rah rah Abernathem" from some of the crew that are still celebrating the prescribed holiday. Reeb has now, of course, come in, and you can hear Reeb shouting at the forefront of your mind. But instead, you have left your body. You have traveled with the ship's navigator and begun exploring the great ocean. And you follow these contrails of strange unlights that fly between the vessel of the Carolon that has somehow been recreated in an astral form, and you could see Gibberin sort of flying tepidly around it, trying to find a path to follow. But you see one, a vibrant string of light that heads out into the stars, and you sort of beckon her to follow. And the two of you go on this astral spirit journey. This is where we would spend a shit ton of our FX budget if we had to. As you fly along these contrailing lines and eventually make your way towards this dusky kind of bland planetoid floating alone in space. And from there you see this tendril land, and you see the beginnings of another one reaching out from the planet before you are snapped back into your body by Reeb, who has come in. And even like Edomitsu turns as Reeb, you've entered as well.
I kind of wanted to imagine that we were going through the entire thing and we were on like some, I don't know, some carpet thing, and I was looking at her like, I will show you the warp, and then all of a sudden it's like, it's Reeb!
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
Lord!
like he's-
It's me, Jafar!
Ah!
The return of Jafar! Video!
And the carrot.
Not
and the
again.
carrot.
I think I watched
The
that
sequ-
movie more than I watched the original.
The
Anyway.
sequels are always worse. The sequels
Lord!
are always worse.
Lorn!
What?
Why were you engaging with our navigator in a warp-bound entity? What were you doing just now?
I'm trying to find the cursed bastard we all know as the Fuckerby.
You didn't clear that with anyone. You just barged in here.
I mean, we had a tea date first, and then we did it.
Oh, I'm alive.
Yeah,
Well,
whatever.
I'm alive for now.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
so
my
proud
next
of
trip
you.
into the warp will be my last.
Yeah, we got
I start
it.
mounting I'm currently gripping Lorn's head in kind of like a headlock, and you just feels Reeb's fingers starting to latch directly onto his head.
Nah, what are you doing?
Lorn, you don't need to put us all at risk for such a dangerous endeavor. If you want help doing that, I suggest you write it down first.
Well, we did find something, though.
He lets go of Lorn's head at that. Oh, did you?
Some sort of dusty, dead planet. It was brownish. No life could live there. Had specks of green pollutant on it.
Do you know what this planet is?
I could not tell, only that one of the strands from the dead warp vessel went there.
Well, then I reckon that's where we'll find our man, if not some of the other surviving crew, which would be just as good.
Ambassadors! As your Vox units, like Lorn,
Ah,
Reeb,
shit's
your
the
skipper,
plot.
Zedek, Pi.
Ah,
Ambassadors!
bloody hell. Come on, Lorn.
This is
Okay.
Lieutenant Ransom. We have an incoming signal for you at the Strategium. It's coming. It's a lithocast holographic signal coming from Fimbria Majoris.
We're on our way. Just a moment.
Yeah, we're plotting our way up there, I guess.
Yeah, we're going. Are the other two going to respond over the Vox?
What? Yeah, fine. I'm coming. I'm doing very important detective work, but
Click. And
I'm
it's just a
already
bunch of
there.
screaming.
I'm already.
Oh,
No, but
I
you
missed
could
you,
just hit
Captain.
the comm button in the office, like, I am already here.
I just chime in. I'm already here. What are you chuckle fucks doing down there?
Thank.
Stuff.
Stopping Lorn from killing our navigator. 1 minute.
We were just doing
Look,
stuff.
We need to answer the Vox. Just take the conveniently hidden Zedek fast travel system and you'll be here in a matter of seconds.
I just crashed through the vent.
Reeb will take the Silk Strider.
And like, yeah, as you're all saying this, like,
Why walk when you can ride?
Edomitsu sort of looks up and stares at you. Oh, thank you for visiting, Lorn. Thank you. You know, I have stories I can tell you at some point if I survive.
Yeah,
my
see you
time
next
in war."
time.
And like, as you rush out the door, she just looks down. My family was once the Paternoval envoy, and now it's reduced to this.
No one cares.
Um,
Closed door.
What?
I punched
my
Lorn
God.
in the kidney.
Holy crap.
I punched Lorn in the kidney for reverting back to being a malicious shit. You're supposed to be getting better at this.
Pipe.
I
Braine finds another gold
the
star.
fuck of me and killing him.
Yes, excellent. Nice job.
Wait,
on my
why are
job.
you here?
What? I crashed to the vent.
Oh,
He took the Zedek fast travel system.
well,
Yeah.
here, get on the South Stride.
Okay, I go back through the vents and find me up with Lorn.
Zedek is
Wait,
about
you
to
can wait
stay on
for
the
me.
We are
Link.
on the bridge.
I want to say Zedek would have got on the comms and be like, "Oh, see, Pi left
And
again.
Pi's not.
Okay."
Is it like horse racing? Do you bet on which of the three of them get there first?
There's no point to it because they're all going to arrive at some point. It's a matter of how many people die along the way or
Wait.
how long it takes.
Wait, we could do this. We could all do our major skills and see whoever gets the highest with no re-rolling and see who gets there first.
The ship splits in half by the time you get here.
We are not. Okay, well.
Yeah, no, we're not doing this because Brain's going to be like, I have come up with a scheme that uses tech and my eviscerator.
I will use a
my
magnet.
way to the bridge.
He's literally
I
just going
mean-
to cut a path to it through people.
I'm just going to cut off parts of the ship to slow you down.
All right,
Some Ed and
you
Eddie
all
bullshit.
managed to reach the bridge. As you come in, the only explanation of how you reached it is like smoke and fire from the hall behind you. As you all three of you come in some nebulous order, panting heavily from your excursions through the ship.
It's about
Captain, we made it.
Yes, I see that. And with minimal blood. Good job.
I put my hand on his shoulder. Captain,
Yes.
some men get the Imperium. Others, Skitare and a trip to Fimbria Primus. Fimbria.
Pi, are you okay?
No!
You just-
Ah!
You just hear Lorn in the background. Next bit.
Zedek hands Pi a walnut and Zedek turns to the rest of the party.
Thank you.
Now that you're all here and Pi is satiated, we can begin.
Yes.
Captain,
what do we
there is
need?
the signal is still waiting for you.
Yes, Ransom, just pick it up. Put it on the big screen. The big screen.
Punch it on the
Big
main
captain room.
All right, it's a holographic one, so I'll put it on the big holographic display.
And there's like a few moments, and then we see the figure appear in sort of this hololithic light, and we see the image of Prefect Amalda. Oh, is this working? Hello? As this meek administratum clerk looks out from her glasses, clearly looking in vague directions that should be towards you, but because holographic is not like two-way here, she's just trying to find a way. Hi, is this the deck? Am I talking to the deck collector? The deck collector? Is this
You
so
are.
correct?
We can hear you, Amalda, to what we owe the pleasure.
Oh, good. Hi, Captain Zedek. Are the others all with you?
Yes, they are all standing here. Do they actually pop up in her reception of the display?
There is like a podium you could all be standing on that would send a hololith back, but none of you are currently standing on
I'm
it.
gonna go stand on it, but by accident. I'm not gonna notice what I'm doing. I'm
Yeah, like
peeking
Pi
around.
just walks by. Oh, there's Pi Braine.
I walk off.
Well, I understand if you're busy. I don't want to keep you for that long. You're all heroes of the Imperium, and your work is all very important. But I have a request here from the planetary governor. It's come to our attention that you're looking to make your way towards Fimbria 2. Is that correct?
That is correct. Next
Oh,
stop on our
good.
journey
Oh,
to
good.
kill
Our
someone.
auspexes were right. This is just perfect. Excellent. Excellent.
Before we continue this line of thought, why is your governor tracking us?
Well, he tracks all of the vessels in the system. After you met with the Carolon, we were hoping to find out what happened. I believe we detected some sort of explosion, so I'm guessing it didn't go too well. But the planetary governor, he really didn't care too much about that. But as soon as you went to Fimbria 2, he got very interested.
Aha. Why is that?
Well, he was concerned you might be getting involved in the noble family's affairs there.
What is occurring on Fimbria 2 that we should or should not be aware of?
Well, certainly you've done some research on the planet before traveling there, correct?
Of course I have.
I assume
always
there are now
side-eye.
like looks between all of you.
Yeah, I presume I'm like elbowed in the stomach by Zedek. I'm like, oh shit, going right to work.
Okay, yeah, my cogitators are glowing with radiation. I mean knowledge.
I'm secretly like typing like behind my back like Paprius. It's like
Yeah, like
planet.
you're typing the planet name wrong, and every time it's like giving
It's-
because of
it's
course
a-
one letter off is
It's
some
a
other side of
blue
the
gas
galaxy.
giant, Zedek.
Oh, yeah.
That's the big planet. We got the moon.
No, Lorn, he's such a joker.
This is all okay. Again, you're all heroes of the Imperium, so I assumed you probably didn't have time for all the little details like this. That's okay. I've prepared a report on it if you'd like me to provide it to you.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Thank you.
We need a refresher.
Of course. And like there's this like kind of momentary like pause, and you see her head slightly tick. Fimbria 2 is the mining hub for the entire system. It's a rocky world that lacks an atmosphere and is roughly 1/6 the size of Terra. The surface temperature is freezing, but luckily, you'll be experiencing the entire settlement from within the world's burrow compounds. The history of the planet is that when settlers first came to the system, they established their empire on Fimbria Majoris, but opted to mine precious minerals from Fimbria 2 to grow their nascent civilization. At first, the leaders of the settlers worked together, but over the centuries that followed, the family lines that formed got into competition for Fimbria 2's wealthiest mineral deposits. To this day, the wealthiest families still fight proxy wars based on ever-changing beliefs of ownership. They do so through proxy mercenary forces that they dispatch to the planet. It kind of ticks back.
As I'm writing notes.
So more proxy wars that we're gonna
yes,
get involved
chat and
in.
people listening, that was the box text. Well, very good.
Yes.
Well, that makes sense why he wouldn't want us to get involved in it, because it would imperil his own political authority.
He
But
just
rest
wants
assured,
to make sure that you don't cause too much of a scene there. If you have to get involved, that's all right. I was assuming you were getting involved based on the fact based on the fact the Marengo recently deposited a new mercenary company onto the planet.
of course they did.
Bloody hell.
Well, I assume that is why you were going there. After all, that's why the Marengo originally entered into the system.
Why was
They-
the reason the Marengo originally entered into the system again?
to deposit mercenaries there.
I see.
Why were they depositing mercenaries, Prefect Amalda?
Oh, because all of the noble families hire only the highest quality of mercenaries for their planetary wars on Fimbria too.
Well, clearly they didn't get the memo that the Marengo has substandard and inferior crew members to
I
the
put-
fine denizens of the debt collector.
Reeb starts pushing Zedek out of the way. The reason beyond
Would it-
Captain
do you
Zedek's
have
hate for the
mercenaries
Lecoq
available?
dynasty, the
Yes.
reason it's a problem right now is not just because Zedek is a problem with the Lecoq dynasty. It is because they have hindered us. They attempted to destroy the Lorn with us aboard it. It was a very dangerous situation for the lot of us, and we think they're trying to interfere.
Oh, I see. Well, rogue traders, they sure do what they want. That's what I've found.
Yes, they'll do it right up until their graves.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But Captain Zedek, you said you would have mercenaries? Are there any you would like to offer to the planetary families? I could put you in touch with them. There are certainly some families here who've been looking for expert mercenaries to deploy.
Of course, we'd have a number of mercenary regiments at immediate disposal that I'm sure would kill to get off this ship.
Oh, if you'd like, I could begin drafting up some paperwork for one of the families to deploy. We could say start with one company of mercenaries.
We'll start with 2, because
Oh.
there's a lot, and they have probably earned more vacation time than we have had time to stop for.
All right. Well, I can certainly draft all the paperwork and get that ready. It might be a few days, but that's all right. My understanding is that you'll be arriving in Fimbria 2 in just under a day. So you'll have some time to explore the planet yourselves before deploying your mercenaries.
Oh, good. This is fine. This is fine. Well, I will put out the appropriate feelers and make sure we have a nice team assembled for when that communique opens up.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Well, I just thought that I might be able to help you with some of that information. Hopefully, I did. I know you're doing all sorts of hero stuff for the Imperium, so I don't want to be too much of a bother. But I do, and she kind of like whispers a bit. But I do have another piece of information that might be important for you.
Go on.
The planetary governor just got an out of system update. I think it's from the Crusade fleet.
Yes?
He's parsing it right now, but he might be needing some assistance soon. So just be aware of that.
Okay.
But
So, Zedek looks back towards the crew members, just kind of rolls his eyes like nobody wants to work for him again.
But on a positive note, if you are heading to Fimbria 2, I can get all of your paperwork settled and get you in with the tech clades there. Fimbria 2 is all underground installations and mining equipment, so it has a strong contingent of tech clades that oversee all of the equipment there.
Oh,
Yes, by all means.
what Forge World do they represent?
I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to do some research. They've devoted themselves strictly to Fimbria 2, eschewing any of their previous loyalties to any of the various Forge Worlds. They are a dedicated group that ensures all of the equipment in the mining installations there work.
Oh, that's kind of weird. Hey, by the way, wait, do you have more important information? Say that first.
Oh, no, but I'll get that paperwork. Who will be going down to the surface initially? Will it just be the 4 of you?
Well, we're pretty good diplomats.
We get it done, so yes.
Hmm.
All
It'll
right,
be us.
I'll get you a landing sequence, and we'll get that sent right over to you.
Wait, before you go, I have a question for you.
Okay.
I will try to make it quick for you. All right. Now, do you see this? And I pull out a stubborn aspect of my like low stick burnt like insano poster board. I'm not standing on the holographic projector, so she probably doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this.
She's. I don't see anything.
Well,
You're not on
I
the
hold it
the
up.
platform. You have to stand on the
I'm
platform.
walking. I walk on the platform. Where are you? Where am I? I walk off of it. Where?
Turn around.
Turn
360.
back. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Hi,
There we
come
go.
on.
Stay there.
Okay, here. Look at this. And I'm pointing it the wrong way.
Just turn.
Okay. And I just. Okay. Now look at this. All right. Now you are our biggest fan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's my name?
Your Pie Braine of Forge World Lemuria.
Damn, she's good. Okay. So, there's a sequence of events Lorn is wrong about, and you need to tell him how bad he is. Okay. So, we get on to Shady Rock. I point towards the large hole in events, and I go, and then we go here. Right? So nothing happens between these 2 points, right?
I mean, based on the timeline, it looks perfectly reasonable.
Right, so nothing happened?
Based on this, no, it couldn't have.
All right, Lorn. All right, Lorn. I'm gonna grab her. I'm gonna drag her onto the podium. You tell. What do you see? Huh?
What do I see?
Like, there is just a gap of possibly weeks in there, based on the timestamps of.
Oh
when...
god, not more gaps in time.
I see gaps of bullshit. There's supposed to be things here, but they're not here.
No, it's fine, right?
No, it's not fine.
Yes. What about you, Miss Administratum? You agree with Pie Braine, yes?
Well, yes, from what I'm seeing here, I mean, clearly that nothing of import could have happened in that time. It's not even a day had passed.
Yeah, right. Okay, Reeb, Captain Zedek, look at this.
Reeb and Captain Zedek, can you both give me willpower tests, please?
Yeah. That's a 2.
Cool.
Unfortunately for Captain Zedek,
Motherfucker.
the war entities have come to make that a complication.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
I know where Zedek stands on this.
Captain Zedek, my good friend.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me a conviction test?
I don't like those.
Yeah.
Almost conviction.
Also a 2. Can I wrath that?
Sure
You
can.
certainly can.
I don't trust that low number.
Yeah.
It's a 4. 4 and a
It's
glory.
4. Okay. You have this like moment where like you're looking at it and sweat comes down your face. You're focusing with everything you can on these dates. It's like there is the faintest hint of something is tearing. Oh no. Your pants.
We're
Fuck
back
you.
to this.
And then you're like completely in agreement with Pie. There's nothing wrong.
I disagree. I do agree. I agree with Lorn. There's definitely missing time.
You don't. You think
No, I
it's
don't.
fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you
gotcha.
think that like the time frame that Pie has put together is absolutely correct.
But what about Beast Reeb?
Based Reeb has to give me his willpower check.
I've been waiting for this moment when I get to use my willpower. The strongest stat that I have, that's a lie. My willpower is very low. It's low
It's
for what it should
300.
be.
That's fine.
I'll give you a 2, and that's all you're
You
getting.
also
for
are in
runtime.
complete agreement with Pie Braine. There is no gap in time on this document.
Yep, looks fine to me.
Yeah, so why is Lorn going crazy?
Because Lorn's crazy.
Well, sometimes
Yeah.
people with the warp sight can see things differently than us.
That's not
Perhaps a
true.
bit too intently.
You can't. That's
I don't know.
Lorn.
I mean, can he?
Anyways, I should be going. I've got to get these papers ready for you. Is there anything else I can help with?
The job offer's still on the table. Just so you know, we need someone who can
Oh,
actually
thank
do
you so much.
bookkeeping.
Click. The lithocast dies.
We need more
Yeah.
people. We keep losing them. I don't know why.
I know. It's like they think we're crazy. Lorn!
Captain, I'll prepare the shuttle to lead you down to the surface. It gives you a few hours to get some rest and be prepared. Shall I have your quarters prepared?
I mean, no, they're pretty well kept. I haven't gone on a bender in a couple of weeks.
Oh, good.
Yes, I'm
Only a
finally.
couple
I'm gonna kick the habit this time, Ransom. I really am.
I believe in you, sir.
Yeah, you always.
Would you like me to check your blood, Captain, to make sure you're not sneaking anything?
No, I'm a trustworthy captain. You can
Are you?
totally believe me.
Are you?
Yes.
Captain Zedek, you ought to take less drugs if we replaced your blood with another fluid.
I don't
trying to stop. No, we're not
It's
doing
true.
that. It's very
I'm-
expensive pie.
No, you're
Ah,
not
that
going
is
to
true.
replace my circulatory system. Ransom,
Yes, sir.
please reach out to your security detail, the King's Ransom Division, and a few other menial gangs, and see if we can put together a couple mercenary teams.
I've got a mercenary team for you. And a box appears, and Belva comes out with her box. My lads are ready.
Are they?
And you suddenly hear the opening of boxes all around the strategium as a half dozen more rattlings appear.
Holy
I know
shit!
someone wasn't moving in today. Damn it!
Why didn't we notice the boxes?
She's
I know.
just
You know,
that
Rob.
good, Captain. She's just that damn good.
Now, you should all get some rest. I'll get the men prepared, Captain. But if you're going down first, we're going to be relying on your intel.
Good to know. I don't know how. But look, just don't eat all the potatoes, and we'll be ready to deploy in the coming days.
She draws. Belba Creepfoot withdraws an onion from her belt and eats it.
Oh right, you guys with the onions.
At this point, are all of you heading out to, to go rest and prepare for the coming mission?
I actually want to hold
Oh,
everybody
wow.
up and go,
Ah,
I
okay.
have an idea, everyone. I know
What's
I've
your
been
big
saying
idea?
crazy things before, but this one might even be something of profitability. So we're part of the Grand Crusade, right? I bring up a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah,
Point at
you've
it.
clearly been preparing this.
We're part of the Crusade, right? Tap, tap, tap. And
yes.
we are currently going to a place full of mercenaries, correct? Tap, tap, tap.
Yeah.
What if we will provide a mercenary, but that means we have less people in the debt collector. Tap, tap, like there's a minus number with a sad face.
Correct.
That means we'll not have a whole bunch of people for the crusade, because we've been trying to gather people and resources. I understand we're going after the battle villain of that fucking me. But what I would like us to try to do is kill two birds with one stone. What if we go to this planet, we could profit from it. We could potentially get both of the mercenary groups on our side, or at least something, because there's two things of two noble families, right? So they both have armies, correct?
Yes.
There's multiple noble families. There's more
Yeah,
than
multiple
two.
noble. I'm sorry. Like there's like tons of them, right? What if we potentially find a way to solve the issue there? We could potentially gather their own mercenary forces for the crusade.
No, that's a good idea. How are you planning on killing them all?
Ah.
Ah,
Well,
Wow.
that's a good plan if we find a way to
Yeah.
decapitate
I
all
wanted
of
to
those
propose
families.
it, so just in case we find a way, we could potentially profit.
and maybe when we have all of the fleet in orbit, we can point our big scary guns at them. Noble families. What qualifies them to lead people?
Being noble.
They have money, and people need money.
Oh, just steal their money.
Well, not all the time, Zedek. Reeb will kind of tilt his head towards Zedek.
Trust me, it is all the time.
Well, Zedek, you're like noble.
Of a sort.
Well, why aren't you in charge of a planet?
Yeah.
That's an excellent question. That'd be a great question to ask my parents if they were still around.
Reeb, bluntly.
Oh.
It is because he is not rich enough to own a planet.
I'm sorry.
Well, regardless, I wanted to propose this so we can keep it in mind as we head down to that area. Anyway, time for sleep.
Did you just like pass out on the bridge?
Yeah, just immediately just
pass out.
wham, just go to sleep.
Is he okay?
Servitor, take Lorn to his closet.
One of the circle lions
Tuck him in.
Yeah, lifts up Lorn, begins heading towards the closet. His closet, not the closeter. That's a different closet.
Yeah. Oh God, don't put Lorn in there. We might not get him back.
It's
He'll
true.
die.
Are the rest of you now going to rest up for the journey?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as all of you head out of the strategium, there's a moment as Ransom and Belba share sort of a worried glance to one another, and Belba just says, "That was close," and Ransom,
It was really close this time. We're gonna have to keep an eye on things.
and then you go to bed, and it's all
Mm.
nice, and you rest.
The warp is
That
my
exhibits
white noise.
Yeah. And then you wake up. You wake up and go about your day, and we cut straight to all of you in the Arvis lighter already getting ready to head down to the planet of Fimbria 2.
Bum-ba-da-ba.
Two.
The planet hangs outside of the debt collector as this ball of brown dirt with sort of greenish patches. It has sort of a pockmarked surface, but you can see some industrial smog points on it.
It
This
sucks.
is a more
Strap
civilized
in
planet.
and prepare for descent.
This planet looks like a miserable little mud ball.
It's a mining planet, so they're kind of all the same.
I've never. Well, mining is fun.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Pi, didn't you live on a world that just was underwater?
Well, yeah, and we mined a lot underwater, and it was very fun.
Yes, Pi, these planets are not underwater.
Oh, it's the lack of water. You see, okay, so that the cogitators that make them like produce mega endorphins in their brain don't work.
No, they don't have them. Not
Oh,
everybody is
That's
a
a pretty bad
cyborg
investment.
or an
They
augment.
should have. Well, you know what? They should consider it. It's a really good way to go about these things.
The shuttle hits the lack of atmosphere, and you can see now that the surface of this planet is just bedecked in single large facilities of like metal and industry that rise up, and they seem to be processing plants of some kind with automated motions that are occurring. Any of you want to try to identify them, you can give me a scholar check.
Looks like nerd tech stuff.
Nerd tech vision away. Let's just not add like infinity extra dice. Oh, Thurston, can I ask you a question?
You can.
While I was on the mega planet, I think that's way too many dice.
No,
That
scholar
is way too
assist.
many dice, I think.
Oh my god, what happened?
The scholar assisted.
Okay, hold on. That's better. 2 and a complication.
2 and a complication. All right. What was your question in the meantime?
Oh, golly, it was really important, and I forgot it, just like that wonderful diagram. Yeah, no, now I remember it. While I was on the debt collector, could I have replaced my combi tool?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Bastian.
Which is great because I assume you're trying to find a Lemurian combi tool.
Well, of course. What other kind of
course,
combi tools
which
do
is
they make?
which is great for this complication because it works right in. As
Well, I
you
mean,
are
I'm not even using it.
as you are pondering this, a loose wire in your newly acquired combi tool comes out and jolts you. I'd like to thank patron Canper88 for loose Lemurian wire. And it does 2 wounds to you, unless you would like to roll determination on that.
Oh my god. Yeah, I would love to roll some determination.
You would love
Let's go.
Roll determination.
do it.
Pull up.
Bad.
I take a wound and 2 shock.
Very good.
Good scholar rolls always result in you suffering physical harm.
And you quickly identify the loose wire and fix it up. Do you make mention of this at all?
I bet Camus did this. Reeb.
What did you do now?
I think my hand thing got a little electrocuted.
I proceed to heal him, I guess, because
Receiving complex instructions. Unable to comply.
complex instructions. What?
Well, I tell you what. You try to give me some of that medicine, whatever,
Unable
and
to
I'll
comply.
try to interface with this guy.
I'm gonna try to interface with this guy's cogitator and maybe take on the load of his instructions or like understand what they are.
Can I heal him, or am I not going to be doing that?
No, you can heal him. You can give me a Medicaid check as
Okay,
you're
how-
like patching him up.
for
Yeah, that's enough to restore the lost wound. And then Pi, you start doing your tech on the servitor. Go ahead.
Sure
fuck
thing.
it up.
I'll do my very best.
Will you?
Mhm.
That's 5 and a glory.
Okay. 5 is enough for you to tell that it is receiving very specific landing instructions, down to basically the inch of where the Arvis needs to land, and it's just not capable of making such precise piloting maneuvers on its own.
That's a problem with these Gorion servitors. They can't compute all this intelligence and know-how. Here, Zedek, you
This
need to...
servitor clearly has a Lemurian stamp.
I'd wipe that off.
He's just like, no.
Rip that tag off.
Yes, well, you see, Zedek, you need to land at exactly this latitude, this longitude, going at this exact miles per hour, 0.6, and then you need to be able to make a circular parallel park onto this particular platform, and
do 5 backflips, do a
Captain
swoopity-doo.
Zedek is just like looks down for a moment, just kind of thinking it over. Looks back up at Pi. Okay. Captain Zedek sits in the pilot seat, pulls out his sunglasses, and prepares to descend.
Please complicate this. Please.
I'm sure someone's donated to fucking complicate by now.
Let's find out.
Please.
Or my innate unluckiness will result in a complication.
Why not
Let's
both?
do it.
What happened?
What?
Roll pilot.
It's a 6.
That's a spicy.
Are you happy with the 6?
I don't like that response, so no, I'm not happy with it.
How would
I
you
got
like to
one
adjust
wrath left.
I could wrath it. I could spend glory. I don't know.
If you wrath it, you're just re-rolling like 2 dice.
Yeah, I
You
would.
might as well spend the glory.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if it's real bad, then you can wrath it.
Okay. Here we go. 3 glory. They're all bad. Okay.
Would you
We're
like
gonna...
to wrap it and roll 5 dice?
Sure fucking would, dude.
HR5d6, brother.
We rolled
So
them.
there's 2. So, okay. Actually, roll 3 more, because it could matter. This is style points now. The style point is there with the 6. Absolutely. All right. So not only do you match the landing precisely to what you need, you do it with flair, doing one of those like fast in descents, and then at the last minute pulling up and just perfectly landing in the prescribed areas on this circular metallic landing pad on the surface of the planet.
Good job, Zedek.
Oh,
And then the
Zedek,
ground falls out from under you as you see that you are being lowered down. And you can all just feel vibration-wise, some kind of hydraulics are lowering the platform as the sides of it rise up around you like new walls.
You know, Zedek, usually you're really embarrassing, but I'm very proud of you.
Usually,
I like that even you, Speaker D, cannot say that with a straight composure.
It's just really funny.
really embarrassed.
Chunk, and then you're completely in darkness, and suddenly these flashing amber lumen lights come on all around, and you feel that there's a sudden shake, and then this sound like hissing, and you can see based on the auspex in front of you, Zedek, that atmosphere has been now placed into this area, and clearly you've been lowered under the surface into some kind of facility.
Well, now that the roasting's over, I think it's safe to depart.
Why are you roasting? I said you did a good job.
Sure you did. Zedek will pull out a pilot's license from his jacket pocket. You see this? This qualifies me to not kill us instantly when we fly this.
I'm gonna try to touch it.
Zedek will.
Okay.
Can I roll an awareness test for this? Because I might have pulled out something else.
Sure. I will never stop one of my players from rolling a stupidity check. I mean, you're totally fishing for glory here, but that's okay.
I actually wasn't. I was
Yeah.
hoping. What do I need to succeed? Because I was hoping I failed.
I'm just
Yeah, whatever, power gamer.
yeah.
I didn't know that Captain Zedek was a bug nerd.
I'm gonna need a lot more
If
to
I can
unfuck
walk
myself.
straight, I will make an athletics check.
Yeah.
I will
Oh,
do it the
hey.
next step I take. Oh, suddenly I have glory. Good. No,
Captain Zedek has
you
instead
produced
pulled
the
out a.
correct
Oh, okay. I thought he pulled out his Zedek card for a second.
item.
I'm going to just touch it.
No, don't.
Punch card.
Wow.
Opening back hatch.
He'll put it away.
Reeb Zedek never let me do anything.
The amber lumens have lit up a vast silo that you've been lowered to the bottom of. You're still on a platform that is slightly elevated, and then a set of metallic ramp leads down to what's clearly like a built-in hallway. But emerging from the hall is someone in dark brown robes, a short fellow, probably just around 5 feet. Actually, yeah, maybe even less than that. Who's coming out? The hood of the robe is down. Their arms are sort of locked and crossed, and they walk there. The sound of their footsteps echoing through the area.
I'm walking down the
Who is-
ramp like I'm a Darth Vader person, like bah, bah. I'm just walking down, going, here we are.
And they stop at the base of the ramp.
Should I
Lord,
take
you
it you're
walk out,
the?
you see everything here.
I'm sorry.
Is this-
What's happening?
Blah, blah.
I
Well.
aim and shoot.
Zedek, what are you doing? You were talking there. Sorry.
It's like, so I take it you're the greeting party?
The figure lifts up their head, and you see what is clearly the face of a male teenager, no more than 16 years old, looking up at you, and they speak. Hello there. Welcome to Fimbria 2. I am Tobias, and I am your guide here. Oh.
So
And
we're
now
not
let's go on break here.
we're
Let's
not
go on break
murder
here, and we'll come
hobos
back.
if we don't
We'll come
like their
back in
voice,
a little
right?
bit.
Do we have to come back? Can we cancel the show?
This
Can
is
we?
the end of the show.
How dare you? He's a precious little bean.
This is apparently where everyone has contention. One half the party hates his voice.
I think it's like 3/4.
No, one half.
I'm strapped. I'm strapped in. I'm ready. This
Let's
is
take
it.
our break.
We'll be right back with the murder hobo campaign. See you in a bit.
Mhm.
So today, going forward on my new Eats channel, we'll be reviewing Nino's Lean Pizza. This is a wonderful pizza provided to us by Nino's. Thank you for the recommendation, Zoran. Why don't you tell me a little bit about Nino's, please, for the uninitiated viewer?
Well, you see, Nino's were produced and brought to you by the poor orphans over in Fimbria 2. And those poor orphans would usually send the various ingredients of the dead and deceased and turn them into pepperoni and various sausages. They serve them to you with Hello Freshy delivery. Speaker, would you like to kind of elaborate a little bit more on the delivery system and how they
definitely.
contain the packages when they bring it to you?
Absolutely, yeah. It's very important when you're delivering a Nino's pizza that it remains fresh, but like not that fresh, because too much freshness actually allows the meat to begin to putrefy and rot. So each Nino's pizza is surgically altered and embedded within your spinal column. It's sort of like a door in, but internally. This is an incredibly excruciating process. It requires large scale funneling of the pumping of the pineal gland, the harvesting of varying, aspects of like adrenochrome within the body. And all of this comes together to create like this terrible pizza homunculus.
Aren't they the people responsible for putting Monster Energy drink in the sauce of the pizza?
That was a large part of it. It actually comes out that Monster Energy is harvested very much in the same method. So how the delivery goes is now this is embodied in the body. It comes to your doorstep, and the man comes free with the machete, and he begs you to kill him to end the pain, and you can enjoy the pizza. You both get something out of it, and it is of course still a minimum wage paying job. However,
hi folks, how you doing?
As it is.
Yeah, welcome back to WarHams. I think we were just met with something we didn't like. So Thurston, take it away.
I'm still getting over the use of the term pineal gland here. Thanks for that, speaker. Really appreciate it.
Wait, the pineal gland, it's part of your brain.
Pineal.
Yeah, sure.
Did I say pineal gland? Oh no. Oh no, this is different.
Penile gland. Delicious.
Wow.
All right.
Which one you have to guess?
So when we had left off from the break, you had met the robed figure who introduced himself as Tobias.
Tobias, it's so nice to meet you. Tell me, are you actually a child, or are you one of those weird, deformed people who look like children sometimes?
Fuck,
What?
Jesus, dude.
Holy crap. Oh my god.
He's like 37 years old.
What? I am 16 years old. My name is Tobias, and I am a part of the tech mechanics who look after this world.
Oh, you are, aren't you?
I'm going to come over and approach him.
I'm that little man. How many augments do you have?
Augments?
Yes, how much of your body have you replaced with flesh? Or metal. Flesh, the metal. Yeah,
Well,
I'm all over the place today.
I have replaced none of my body because I have never been hurt. Because if anyone would hurt me, I would take this las pistol and shove it down their throat and fire it repeatedly, and they would regret that decision.
Oh, you're so cute. Oh my gosh, how many people have you killed?
Well, you see, that will be 0. And he looks at you, because I do not consider the mercenaries here people.
Oh, this kid's basic. Fuck.
Can he have,
Don't say
please, can he be wearing a flat chest piece and it has multiple marks like he's killed 100 people? Or combatants in his eyes?
Tobias, my dear boy.
Please don't call me a boy.
I apologize.
Here.
Cox
I
Lance
will
gun.
be addressed with respect.
Especially after that fucking faux pas. Okay, Tobias, I do apologize. Do you just kind of wrangle everybody here? Are you like your own boss? Do you have parents?
Don't
Well,
insult
yes.
him.
They are on another installation here. We are spread out throughout all of the installations through the tunnel system here. It takes many weeks, sometimes months, to walk to some of the other installations. This land is my land. I look after it. I ensure that all of the necessary components to keep things operating here are functional.
I'll be interrogating the poor boys, everyone. Poor soldier here. He is obviously a brave, brave warrior, and we should commend him for his valiant deeds of slaying so many enemies. Excellent job. So,
Gentlemen, what are we doing?
I'm very proud of this tiny murder man.
I'm thinking of acquiring another crew member to lead the valiant.
How about
man.
we just move forward and let the gentleman do his business?
Oh, fine. I like this
No.
one. He's got moxie.
and
it
I
was
like the
my
one on the other planet that
understanding-
we left her where she was.
I am talking now. Please be quiet. Now, it is my understanding that you are here for information. Is that correct?
Correct.
Then I shall escort you to the information terminal. If you will follow me, I will take you there.
Lead on.
And he
Please
turns
lead
and
us.
starts walking, like opening up the door that has one of those sort of like old style, like submarine twist valve doors, opens it, and then you find yourself going through these just like hexagonal metallic hallways that are like running with pipes, and there's lumens at regular intervals here, and he's just leading you through.
I have a really important question, Thurston.
Of course.
How well organized and efficient is this installation?
Give me a tech check as you're looking at stuff.
Excellent. I must appraise this junior adept. That's going to be 10 and a glory.
This is some of the like worst maintenance you've ever seen. You wouldn't like ascribe this level of maintenance to Forge World Graia. It is that bad. Several of the pipes here actually just have holes of corrosion with gases coming out of them.
Excuse me, I apologize. What is your designation?
He said he was
Well,
Tobias.
if you had listened the first, I can speak for myself. And if you had listened the first time, my name is Tobias.
That's fantastic, Tobias. I appreciate your will to kill. I must ask you, what goes through these tubes?
Gas.
And is this your repair work?
Repair work.
Are you not in charge of maintaining this facility?
Correct. I am in charge of maintaining the necessary components for this facility.
And would you say this pipe is necessary?
No. All of the pipes and machines here are automated. They look after themselves.
I would like to draw your attention to something.
What is that?
I go up to the pipe with the giant hole in it, and I
Yeah.
put my hand through one of the holes.
Yeah.
So you may notice there's a protrusion here that allows gas to escape.
Correct.
That means it's not well maintained, and your facility is operating at a far lower efficiency than I would expect from even the lowliest Lex mechanic.
Well, that is not what I look after. That is simply the machines.
Yes,
The machines work on their own.
the
I
machine
look
spirits.
after the components that keep this facility operating.
Well, fine. Show me to those components. I am now, as a servant of the Omnissiah, under duty to evaluate your performance. And if I am not liking what I see, I shall take this up with those who trained you.
Is
Of course.
Braine the type of person that goes into someone else's house and starts complaining that they didn't wash their dishes correctly or didn't maintain their
Usually
their
he
house?
wouldn't. Usually he wouldn't. But it's like an Italian food thing, right? If like an old Italian grandma goes into your house and you make her food, she's gonna be like, okay, yeah. But if you make her like spaghetti carbonara and you put like peas in it, then she might like unlatch her mouth and swallow you whole. You have to watch out for that kind of thing. So it's sort of like that. It's like oh wow, you're really trying. Let's see how this goes. This place is terrible. What are you people doing? This isn't you aren't maintaining the machine spirits.
I see. I kind of pat Braine going, let's just try not to piss him off at the doorway.
Well, there's a tiny little man who's
I
very good.
I get it.
I can hear
get
you.
it.
I am a person who is standing right here
Yes,
under
and
the rights of the Romans.
yes, you are, aren't you? I'm gonna juggle his little cheeks.
this
Oh,
this is
no.
not.
He shoots his last pistol at you.
A-okay.
I do.
Okay, hold
I'm
on.
sorry.
He shoots at me. How's his shooting form?
We're gonna find out. I don't
enjoy
even have him
this is
statted, but it's happening.
this is not an NPC. This is a object of revenge.
Wow.
I beg to differ.
I look.
This is what
I-
Thurston has been feeling inside all 20 plus episodes. The entire time, the shit has stopped. This is his revenge ploy.
I've got great news. You are gonna hit me, my dude.
Okay, what's your defense without the parry? Because you're not like in close combat.
Oh, without the parry, fair enough. I would say I believe my defense without the parry is 5.
Is 5? Okay, cool.
Yes.
That hits you.
Good. That's good to know.
You forced
perfect.
this, by the way.
Perfect. Sorry, actually, there's another one in there too. Okay. He hits you for 10 damage, which I think doesn't even get through your armor.
Actually, it will for exactly 1 point
Oh.
after also determination
Perfect.
for 10. Yeah, so the point.
Yeah,
It was
you'll
just
take some shock.
single-
You will be shocked by this.
Now that was good shooting form, young man. You.
I
hit
don't
the
like
target
having
head
to
on.
do that. Don't make me do that.
I see.
You're
Don't
so
worry.
I take the last. I'm gonna take the last
Gentlemen.
one.
Please shut up and let's just let the man lead us. He knows exactly what is happening. Right? It's like, oh, he's so wonderful. Oh, he's so. Oh, look at him. He shot us so good. Oh, he's so wonderful. Please just move on.
Yes, please lead the way, but also consider a job offer. Zedek will slyly whip out a business card out of his coat sleeve and just give it to him. There is a very big pay bonus for people like you.
White, this way. Follow me. I am going to complete my task and lead you to the information area that you require. And he turns and like starts carrying on to walk down the hallways here.
Zedek will lean over to Pi. We're so gonna hire him.
Oh no. No. Zedek. We are going to mold him in the fires of the Omnissiah's might. He will turn into a machine of vengeance and fury.
Captain Zedek will just like put his finger up to where he assumes Pi's mouth would be if he had a mouth, and just say, "No augments. This one's too good."
No, we're fighting. I'm just gonna get bored, and I'm just gonna jump up and down like this, and I'm gonna jump up and down.
Reeb bashes both their heads together.
We are going into a big room past this door. I need you all to be very quiet where we go to this room. Do you understand?
Yes.
I immediately look at the pie brain, and I already have like duct tape in my hand.
I don't think it works that way.
Now come here, you.
No.
Just start
No.
putting it around, just like around his hood.
It doesn't even get my anywhere approximating my mouth. I'm just covered in duct tape.
Yes, you are now talking.
Be quiet, Mr.
Alright.
Brain.
Now, very quiet. We do not want to unsettle the component. And he turns and starts opening the door there. The valve creaks a bit, and then he moves to the side and pulls. And you can tell, like, this door is a heavy metal door, but he's got some muscles to him. And this kid just pulls open the door, and he motions you with one hand to follow. And you find yourself coming into a large, it's a hexagonal shape, but it's almost like a larger rectangle. Like it stretches on quite some ways and is larger than the hall you were in. And on the ground level, you can see there are these large crates that have been scattered around, and he is just leading you on a path through crates that are piled up in different areas. And it looks like the crates in the areas are all in like circled chalk. Or paint mark, I should say, that is like, here is a red section, here is a blue section, here is a white section, and they're all sort of piled up with boxes that have various cogs on them. All right, we are almost there. Okay, we are going to be, and then you hear the crack of some kind of projectile discharge from somewhere approximately to your east. What are you all doing?
I will swivel my head and look.
You don't see anything through all the boxes, but you hear this shout. We're here to do our duty.
I look down at the tiny man.
And you hear some stamping feet coming from the other, from the east. Oh, I think we might be in a bad situation here. The components are probably getting a bit restless.
When you say components,
And then
what...
you hear another bang shot, this time to the west of you, and you hear this voice. All right, lads, get ready. We'll go and take it to them and get them out of this part of the facility.
I'm gonna flex the duct tape away.
Okay, yeah, totally.
Just burst, just. Psh.
Yeah, lowering down. Is this going to be a combat situation, Tobias of Fimbria?
Well, it very well could be. We might just be able to hide from them.
What are we hiding from?
And as you say that, something crosses from one of the boxes into line of sight. And Zedek, you see it, and it's this kind of, not like, I wouldn't say hunched figure, but it's definitely a figure that is, my cat shouting apparently. It's definitely some kind of Xenos form. And it comes, and it's kind of got this almost avian appearance to it as it looks up at you.
Can I roll Scholar to know what the fuck this thing is?
I mean, sure, it's coming in and it's wearing these like kind of metallic plates and leathers, and it's got this strange rifle that you've never seen in its hand.
Now I understand.
Let's just show that there.
Oh.
For audio people, it is a crew mercenary.
Yeah. How odd.
I'll give you a Scholar check to see what I know about approach.
Sure. Roll that real quick. I'm gonna let my cat out because she's going
Like how you're
insane.
making
That's a 2.
Zedek
All
roll that.
right. I'm gonna wrath it. I can do that.
It's really funny how there's this like Zedek, you see this thing. Reeb in the distance, unable to see this thing that he may know a lot about.
Absolutely.
That's how the things work.
It's Zedek who's kind of like sort of taken a bit of a charge. And yeah, let's see, with your check of a 2, you've never seen Xenos like this in your life.
Hey, Reeb,
Yes.
you ever seen an aliens that look like big green chickens?
It cocks its head and turns to you, Zedek. Chicken? It raises up its rifle and takes a shot at you.
How does it know what a chicken is? They've been extinct since the 40,000s.
Well,
Chickens
according
exist.
to the leader xenologist, I do know why they know what it might be.
Well, you take a shot.
I does a 3 hit you, Captain Zedek?
At my defense, it does.
Cool.
His defense is 2.
You'll take 9 points of damage as the rifle projectile shell hits you in the shoulder.
I will take. I would like to actually determination it because it'll only default to a point of shot.
Absolutely.
Nope. I'm taking the damage.
You take a wound.
Cool.
Yeah, this thing like hits you, and at this point, we are in like combat initiative. Again, we're not really using a map for this. You guys are just kind of like basically in a section of boxes. And Zedek is just enough ahead to have turned a corner to see one of these things. You've all seen him get shot, as Tobias has warned you. Who would like to go first?
Can I actually try something?
Sure.
All right.
Crazy question. Thurston, what could I do? What would it cost as type of action to do a scholar check to see if I know what this fella is?
I'll let you just like move into line of sight and make the scholar check. Like that'll tell you what you initially know about it.
Yeah, because I kind of want to. This may seem a little weird. He kind of wants to, because I have a very bad feeling that this may be someone he would try to reason, at least for one moment.
Absolutely.
So Reeb will saunter into line of sight and get a glance at whatever just slugged Zedek after Zedek called it a chicken.
Mm-hmm.
How's an 8 do you?
Yeah, you've seen these Xenos before. You recognize them as Kroot. They are often found in the employ of the Tau along the eastern fringe. However, they are found actually throughout the whole of the Imperium now. Some sort of further fringe worlds often use them as mercenaries, or other Xenos empires use them as mercenaries. They can be fought, they can be found oftentimes fighting with or against Imperium forces. They, medically speaking, you know that they are a highly adaptive species that tends to learn by consuming those that they kill and adapting based off that consumption. So no two types of Kroot war packs are identical because they've probably had various different consumptions that have altered their genetics.
Zedek, you do realize you just called that Kroot mercenary basically a slur, yes?
I now know, and I definitely earned that shot.
And
Sorry.
Can I try to talk it down with maybe a roll of some kind?
Yeah, like if you, yeah, absolutely. Whatever type of social skill you would like to use.
Let me think here. What's one I can use that I can actually? Yeah, my persuasion's not terrible. Can I take 2 glory and throw them at my persuasion to try and avoid a stupid fight?
I would like to assist him because I'll just fucking apologize.
Oh,
Okay, your aid will be factored in. Okay.
What, Lorn?
I apologize for interrupting. Thurston, could you make that shot that creature did a complication? They ran out of ammo.
He doesn't complicate because he's a troop, so the next one will complicate.
Okay.
Because troops don't complicate. I learned this.
So persuasion. So you're gonna assist me?
Yeah, you'll get +1 success to whatever you roll.
Okay, so I will add 2 glory. Actually, can I throw in like maybe 3 glory instead?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Cool.
Yeah.
As per usual, it doesn't count those extra 3 that I rolled for some reason, but I did get 6 in a glory to start with. 3d6 plus
More?
1.
7?
7. Is that going to be sufficient to maybe like cool it?
Yeah. You. And
Easy. We're not fighting you here. It was a misunderstanding, Xenos.
This one knows. This one understands. And that was
Good.
your action?
Yes.
Okay, I will go. Coming across from the opposite side of this T-junction you've emerged into is another strange creature. This one looks to be some kind of immense, bulky reptilian that is holding what appears to be a different type of projectile weapon. It is like wears no armor. In fact, it wears only shorts, and it just has this like utterly bulked out upper body. And it turns the corner, looks over the two of you, and then looks towards the Kroot beyond you.
Oh shit!
Right, lads, I found him. Get over here, right quick. Woof.
it says.
Woof. Oh my god. Oh god.
Do I scholar this one too?
Absolutely.
How's an 11?
Oh yes. Oh, you clearly read the same book on both of these.
Yes.
You recognize this creature as a Torellian dog soldier. They are a xeno species of which not a lot is known, but they also serve commonly as mercenaries. At some point, according to legend, during the Emperor's Great Crusade, mankind virus bombed most of their planets, so they have basically been like vagrant mercenaries ever since.
There goes diplomacy.
What a shame.
It has come. It has like turned the corner. It is clearly noting the presence of excuse me of the Kroot and has raised its rifle and is taking a shot at the Kroot.
I would like to seize the initiative.
It will hit.
Oh,
It'll
and
complicate
yeah.
as well.
Oh, okay.
This is-
This is also a troop, so it does not complicate. But it will fire and will hit the Kroot. And the Kroot takes the shot, recoils back a bit, coughing up, and then falls down as blood sprays out of its neck. Who would like to go next?
I will.
Or Zedek, you wanted to seize?
Oh, Zedek wanted to do it. Go, Zedek.
You don't have
Oh.
to seize. I just went. So
okay. I'm gonna take a shot with the arc pistol at the dog soldier, I suppose.
okay.
I don't think I can make any other actions to save. Reeb, do we save this one?
Leave the Kroot. Shoot the Torellians.
I was like, I'm sorry. Zedek kind of gestures with his thumb towards the dying Kroot. Do we save this one? As in, like, Reeb, are you going to save this one?
Can a cursory Medicaid check to see if that's even worth doing?
It'll be on your turn to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, while waiting for Reeb eventually, Zedek's just going to pop off at the dog soldier.
Okay.
I'm going to hit him. With a 7 and a crit.
Oh!
Yeah. Okay. You just roll 2d6 for the crit, please. We'll
Sure.
see how you end this thing.
11.
11. Wow, the minimum headshot.
But-
Your arc pistol goes out and, like, in a searing bolt of energy, impacts straight in the center of the reptilian Xenos' head, and there's a slight sizzle followed by a loud pop sound as then the headless body collapses down.
Zedek will do a flourish of his arc pistol, spin it around his finger and hold it up.
And then immediately you start hearing these guttural barks and like chirps from behind, from the east past the Kroot, and then to the west.
Adolphus, was that you? Is everything all right over there? Have you found the baddies?
I would, if possible, love to see.
You can just go. I took my action there.
Ah, very lovely. All right. Pi is going to do two things.
Okay.
First thing he's going to do is he's going to lead over and he's going to scoop up the Kroot and put him over his shoulder.
Okay.
Second thing he's going to do is
Turn the
take out
corner,
combi-
see the group.
Yes. I understand. Very well.
I'm going to take out my combi tool and I'm going to try to interface with the lumens and deactivate them on this area.
Okay. The
would like to
lumens
leave
are in
us
the
in-
ceiling.
Well, I mean, presumably there's like a power conduit or something. I'd like to make be able to like, lumens if at all possible, and leave this area in darkness.
I mean, you're not close to any panels.
Okay, I guess in that case, I'll just run to the other end of the room.
Like back
And
the
I
way
guess-
you came, or
Well, Tobias is leading us somewhere in particular.
he was, but then he stopped when the gunfire erupted, and he told
Oh,
you
so
to
we're
wait.
not escaping. We're okay. Because I'm sorry. The player, thought that our job was not to fuck with these guys, and
I mean, yes, it was until Zedek shot one in the head.
I understand. Okay, fine. Well, I'll drop this guy. Who cares? And I will charge at the nearest source of noise.
Okay, that would be from the Kroot?
I'm charging at the Dark Soldiers. The Kroots seem to be our allies. I don't know.
I wouldn't say that yet.
We were able to negotiate with one of them, so
We negotiated with the one who is probably going to die and probably can't tell his friends to not shoot.
Well,
I
that's all
disagree.
Greek
I
to me.
believe in Reeb.
Oh, God.
I will charge at the nearest Targaryen dog souls, and I will say, "Beware! Lemuria approaches!"
Okay, so you're going to basically run through the maze of boxes towards the Drellians.
yes.
Okay, cool. You don't run into any of them yet.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Oh no! What's Lemuria? Might have to pull out the big guns for this one, chaps. Woof.
Why did they talk about dogs?
Who would like to go next?
Dog soldier.
I already went, so it's up to
I think it's Lorn, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
it's up to Lorm.
Thurston will know
So-
internally on how I'm feeling about this situation. And everyone else is going to be like, "What?" It's like, don't worry about it. That's just the thing that we're going to have to deal with now. That God damn it. Okay, so I want to cast telekinetic projectile. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm not playing.
You don't
other game.
see anyone here.
Wrong
by the way.
game.
Wrong game.
Wrong game.
Oh,
game.
Telekinetic
Okay, so-
Dome.
Yeah, telekinetic dome. I'm sorry.
Okay.
There's another game that has that thing. All right, I'm gonna go one. Basically, my entire turn, I'm gonna cast this first, and then I'm gonna cast Shape Flesh just to give me resilience, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna do Telekinetic Dome first, and go waka waka. Wait,
Wow. Okay.
no, that is
That's
incorrect.
a lot of dice.
Yeah,
That's a lot of dice.
that is incorrect because I have 5 bonus die on here for some reason. So let me just re-roll that because that is all incorrect. 9, that would be the more correct one.
Wait, that's still the same amount of bonus dice.
Wait, what the hell? I
Yeah.
just took it off. Let's try again.
Cheater.
There you go.
That would be correct. I will take that complication.
Okay.
And I will
Wrath
spin a
off
wrath.
too.
Yeah, and I will wrath so I can get that back. So
There
now
you
I'll have
go.
8 instead. And as I kind of see what the thing is. So I needed a 5 to do it. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can't boost anything. So I'm very selfish. I will
You're
complicate.
getting a dome on yourself, which is very
Yeah.
good considering the complication we have.
Excellent. And by
Because the complication coming from Sirius Einsla is haunting memory. You are haunted by a specter of the possessed on board the Carillon that only you can see. And it comes emerging from the walls towards you. We found. And you have to spend your next action, so not this one. You'll finish your Shape Flesh.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
your
yeah.
next action has to be spent attacking this specter.
Okay. All right, and Shape Flesh will activate. I get a 9. I'm going to require 6 to do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I can't boost anything, unfortunately.
Okay.
But
What are you shaping your flesh to be?
basically resilience. So
Okay,
right
yeah,
now,
yeah,
I
absolutely.
basically have a resilience of 11 or something like that. I think 10 or 11. I'll do the math later, but it's a lot. Yeah, but that's all I do on my turn.
Okay. At this point, Tobias goes and rushes up towards Zedek and Reeb. What are you doing? You should not be damaging the components. And he rushes towards the Kroot. And clearly begins operating on the Kroot.
Good. That wasn't the plan.
This is very bad. We should not be harming the components. The components should be harming each other.
Yes, we didn't harm this one.
We definitely harmed the other one, by the way.
Why'd you say that?
Well, yes, I can see that, but I currently can't save that one because that component is missing a head. He is doing miracle work on this Kroot. Has pulled out a suture device, stabbed it, stopped the bleeding. This component should work eventually again.
Good enough.
And that's the end of Tobias. That's the end of the initiative. We come to the next round. Who would like to go first?
Well, presumably we aren't going to be fighting these things anymore, so can I do an awareness to try and find a path through?
Absolutely, you can.
Because I believe this is now the time for us to make less of an ass of ourselves. So, awareness, go! 5 and a glory. Sufficient?
You have a good idea. You can tell that like the way Braine ran would probably lead towards the exit that Tobias was leading you, and that the Torellians are coming like further west from that.
Okay. Follow Pi, gentlemen.
Is the
Are you going to follow after him then? Like after you make this?
Yes, because
Yeah. Okay. You cross the corner to see the running like Braine.
Can I shout after Pi real quick?
Of course.
Pi!
What?
Don't hurt the dog soldiers. We're not supposed to.
Oh, okay, fine.
out of curiosity,
Mhm.
Is the crew still just kind of lying there, even though he's healed?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
that would like to extend that.
Oh,
no.
I've been informed. I forgot this. Tobias, however, and I made this roll so you wouldn't see his Medicaid score. Tobias would get a complication, a GM complication, while he was doing that. So my complication here is going to be that Tobias, with his 4 in athletics, has to see if he can not slip on the blood around the crew while he is doing this,
Which presumably will also be a complication.
which he does not. So he manages to stitch up this Kroot on the floor, but then trips and falls prone. Ow! Oh, this is not good, he says as he's like scrambling in the blood around.
Grim.
Okay, sorry. And then Reeb had done his go, and then I believe it was mine, unless someone was interrupting. Going once, going twice.
Nope.
Cool. All right, so Pi, you've heard this. At this point, a group of these reptilians turns the corner. You can see that there are 5 of them, all with the same rifles, these Torellians. And one of them at the front has a slightly more regal appearance, has a bionic eye, and is clearly wielding like some kind of massive maul. And he like points the maul towards you. Yes, you there. Are you friend or are you foe?
Yes, hello. I am Lemuria. It seems to be complicated. I don't think we're I think we're friends.
And he like pauses and clearly is thinking. That's their action. Who would like to go next?
I will
Zedek
go
would like-
next.
Oh no, yeah, go ahead, Pi.
I'm going to examine his equipment. Just from a cursory glance, do they look of decent quality?
They look well maintained as far as like the extent. It like some of these are Xenos tech, clearly not prescribed beautiful mechanicum items, so you can't quite tell what is going on here.
Can I make a tech check to see if I might understand some function of them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Righty then. So here we go.
Waiting for the roll. Let's go.
Waiting for the roll.
There you go.
Oh, we got
Yeah.
yeah.
Time.
They're using like what would be roughly equivalent to stub cannons. So probably like dangerous en masse against you. Like if all 5 of them raise those things and fire, you're probably taking a solid hit from it.
Oh, I meant more like the augments and like the maul and stuff.
Oh yeah, like basically they're using a hodgepodge of different weaponry. Like it's all fine, and you can tell that they're seasoned and clearly have been used a lot.
I will look at them and say, good sir, it seems as though in your increasing endeavors to bring death to your foes, your eye augment is slightly miscalibrated. Would you like my assistance?
Okay. We'll get to the results of that later. Who would like to go next?
Zedek would like to go if nobody else would.
Go.
Go for it.
Zedek will extend a hand both to the Kroot and to Bias to help them up.
Mm-hmm. The like, yeah, you get them both. Well, you're stowing your pistol then and sort of reaching down and pick them both up.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you get them both up. Tobias kind of like stumbles a bit more and pauses and sort of breathes heavily as he does so. That, by the way, that the slip was from Melonius01. That was the slip of ignorance on poor Tobias's behalf. But they both get up. He's clearly still off kilter from this, and the Kroot gets up and just is like, hurt.
Yes, very, very much hurt. I'm sorry I insulted you, but apparently we are not enemies, which is good. And this one, looking down at Tobias, is... I have no idea what you did, but that was really, really impressive. Help this one. Help this one do even better. Reeb, take notes. We want
Reeb
what
is
he
not here.
has. Reeb is not here.
No,
Right.
wait. What did you say? And like Tobias leans into the Kroot. Did you say what? Hurt. The Kroot says again. Oh, okay. Who would like to go next?
Lorn.
I mean, yeah, I see the spooky spirit thing. I try to hit it with my staff. Get away, demon!
Yeah, like, and all of the rest of you hear this like clanging of metal from behind, and
Bang,
this, like,
bang,
this
bang.
spectral thing has come up to you and is like attempted to latch on to you, Lorn, and just says, "We found," and your
I
as your
found
staff
anything.
goes through it, it disappears into mist around you.
Okay. Don't worry about me. Keep going, lads. That's the end of my turn?
Yeah, perfect. Reeb.
Didn't Reeb already go? He did an awareness and ran.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so you have all gone. Yeah, okay. So that's the end of the combat round. The next round. Hi Braine.
Yes.
I'm like, given the situation, I'm going to just declare you're going to have to go first here, because what happens in the round will heavily depend on what you're about to do. You like these Torellians are still looking at you. The five of them have their guns raised, and the one with these sort of heavy mace weapons staring at you quizzically.
I'm going to take out my combi tool, if you will excuse me. I will stow my power sword in this particular moment, and I'm going to attempt to just optimize the calibration on this bionic eye.
Like, you walk towards him with this thing stretched out. What kind of like personal, like non-tech based skills do you have for social encounters?
Well, I'm not good at anything, but except for intimidation. But it's clearly not what I'm trying here. I did stow my weapon, which should hopefully be construed as a sign of peace.
Yep. I like, tech would be great if you were able to have the social graces to get close enough to this guy's eye with
Yeah.
your strange device.
Very well. I
Yeah,
will
they have the
attempt.
logic that if I'm sitting here on a battlefield and some random fucking blood-covered tech priest comes over to me and it's like,
I'm
I'm
not
your
covered in
friend.
blood.
Let me
I didn't kill anybody yet.
That's for comedic effect, but you literally come up to me, some random fucker, and like, I can fix your eye for you. Stand still, and then it's like, and it's like coming right at me. I'm gonna
Exactly.
shoot you.
I'm like, are you friend or are you foe? Oh, well, friend. Yeah, I'll do some repairs if you'd like. And they don't say no, so I'm coming to do repairs.
Advancing.
That's not how life works.
Well, you know what? Maybe with a leadership check, it might.
Okay, give me a leadership check.
All right, I'm gonna have to pump like a bunch of glory. Sorry, guys. I gotta pump 2 glory.
Okay,
Such is my lot in life.
absolutely.
Full glory, let's roll. 6 and a glory. Clearly, my
yeah,
experience with
yeah,
small
you-
unit tactics.
You like manage to suppress their fear and get close and begin utilizing it. Please give me a tech check.
Yes. Very good.
This is where you complicate. This
Yeah,
is where
this
you
is-
complicate.
this is
That is
There it
where you
is.
complicate.
There it
11,
is.
11 successes, though.
Yeah.
11 successes.
Um.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah. So you begin like tooling and utilizing the device here and like activating and attempting to just update the bionic. I'm just checking. I'm sure. Oh, you know what? Absolutely. And as you're doing so, like suddenly you just hear this like this vox like crackle in your ear. What are you doing? You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. As Gamu 4224's voice intrudes on your head.
I'm doing it right, you nincompoop.
No, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it a non-prescribed way. You are terrible and could feel terrible.
Evil, rude.
I want you to know something.
Yeah, what
Braine of Forge World Lemuria.
do you want to tell me, Gamu? What to do? I'm Forge World Graya.
I had some of my tech adepts go into your quarters. I heard a report that some of the lumens were faulty. It appears the batteries were Lemurian, so I had them replaced.
That
Your light, your lumen in your chambers is now Gaia powered.
No!
Then the phone call ends. Thank you, the milkman, for the complication. Awkward box call.
The milk.
Oh.
This milk is delicious.
I do say I can see much better than the device now. Previously, I couldn't see anything. It was most
That's the Lemurian tech for you. That's the Lemurian tech that did that to you. Lemurian's the greatest forge world.
As
Wait, can I interrupt you?
The
Is that okay?
Torellian says Warpy spittles you. Yes, Zoran, you would like to interrupt?
I want. I'm not interrupting. I just want to help paint a picture that there's this dog soldier guy with the bionic eye. He's sitting there and all nice and polite. Like for his cut, I will fix your eye for you. And then he's just sit there, but he could hear only his side of the conversation.
Oh, yeah,
so he's sitting there
absolutely.
so fucking nervous that he's having a mental breakdown.
Yeah,
over
like
a
my
bad-
hand, my hand was like on him gently at first, and now it's like,
And well, you've got this thing right by his eye. Like,
yeah.
thank Dead Space 2, you've scarred us all.
Yeah, he's just
Now
like,
you're
oh
gonna-
well, I hope he
Now
doesn't
you're
kill
gonna
me.
me and all my friends pass through, or I'm gonna rip you apart. Okay?
Who would like to go next?
No.
Good question.
Yeah. Which of you three would like to go next?
Oh,
You guys can go. That's fine.
Reeb?
I mean, the plan is still to try and avoid fighting them, so Reeb's just going to continue to.
Yeah, you can like
Hey.
get up to where Pi is now with the Torellians, and you can see like again, it's another branch. You can carry on past towards the exit, you assume, but there's also Pi who has taken the other branch a few meters just to work on this Torellian.
I will run past the area where we need to turn, and I will turn
Okay.
down that hallway, and I will shout to Pi, Pi, this way! Quit fraternizing with the Xenos!
I'm making them run.
Stop doing that and move!
Oh.
On the other side, closer to Tobias and Zedek and the Kroot, a group of Kroot come like rushing across like the corner, and there are 5 of them. Their weapons are sort of like at attention and ready, and there's kind of this like avian cawing in the backs of their throats as they look. There's something akin to the predator sound,
Yeah.
And they've kind of got their weapons casually up, trained on all of you who are there. But that's their action. Who would like to go next?
It's down to the 2 of us.
Go ahead,
Lorn
Zedek.
is-
Zedek. Zedek.
Hey. Zedek will not necessarily do. Look, I'm sorry for inadvertently hurting you and insulting you, but look, we can move past that. we're good. Can I offer you any assistance? I don't know. Is there anything I
What
can
kind
do
of
to help
what kind of
him?
skill are you trying to make to like?
Persuasion.
Yeah, absolutely. You can persuade
Oh,
these Xenos
boy.
creatures. I'm looking forward to this.
An 8 and a glory.
Nice.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. They seem to be 100% like, oh, okay, this is like pretty reasonable. Like they've clearly meted up our friend. They're like looking at each other. They're nodding. Can you mark me down a rune point, Zoran?
Of course.
Mhm.
There is a splatter of Xenos blood that just hits your face, Zoran, as Tobias fires the las gun or his las pistol point blank into the Kroot's skull, and the Kroot spasms. Like you're still holding like both of them, having pulled them up, and the Kroot like spasms and falls down dead. And the others all like they don't raise their rifles, but they all recoil back and like put them to their chest as Tobias is there with the pistol, having like still just like fired. Now I believe that is a complication for me again.
So it didn't
Um,
actually blow his head off, right?
Oh no, it absolutely did.
Oh.
Can
Can I make a narrative declaration that it only blew off his eye?
Yeah, absolutely you can. Yeah, totally. You know what? We'll go with that. You can mark yourself down a wrath point to narratively declare that I only take out this Kroot's eye. And in fact, I will use the beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to use the narrative. The complication here is you miss, dumbass, by Falkland's graphics. Thank you very much. If the person misses and complicates, they have to make a difficulty 3 conviction test, which I will roll right now. Oh, he fails. And if they fail, they spend their next turn performing no other action but retorting verbally to the targets. Basically to Zedek and the Kroot for noticing the missed shot. And like Tobias is like just like, you see, that should have taken out his fucking eye. But I was nice today because the components need to remember their place and that they should never complain to the maintenance staff. As the Kroot is now like screeching, its eye is like bolting out blood.
Look, oh my god, oh my Emperor, save us. Tobias? I'm asking for I will pay you for this.
What?
If it's between destroying this one and not destroying it, I will happily compensate you to fix this one. At least stable. I don't think you can fix its eye. I don't think anybody.
You have to understand, they can't get mouthy with me.
Okay,
if they get mouthy, he puts the lasgun onto the side of the like whimpering Kroot.
Okay,
They'll
please
get
don't,
another shot.
Look, I will wait. You're the people who you work for. They paid for this one, right? Can I pay you to take this and pay for this one's services instead?
They start looking at each other. Lorn, what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast regeneration on myself, and I complicate, but I successfully get it. But yeah, no, just get it. And yeah, I just complicate. So we can roll that complication before I do my move action. What you got for me?
I feel like we're gonna use this one. It's a more recent one, but I like it. This is from J.G. Wentworth. Complication entitled Imperial Bitch Slap. As you reach into the Sea of Souls, a shard of the greatest man who ever lived and still kind of lives sees what you were doing in this moment and psychically slaps you. And you take 1 shock from that.
Great.
And if we ever get a
generation heals
video
it.
of this, if we ever get a video of this, we'll just cut to the Golden Throne Room and then back.
Got him.
There's a appropriate because I've basically been Einzone buffing myself this entire time, which are like defensive up, attack up, and now I guess the objective here is literally just to let either calm these guys down or to leave and to get through this area, right?
I mean, basically.
So I am like, well, boys, I'll see you on the other side. I'll help where I can. I have no social skills in which to help with this situation. I just walk without a care to the other side of the room where I hope I see it.
You start walking, like following the path that Reeb and Braine took. That's just like as you walk
I'm not
out,
even
there's
worrying about that. I don't care if I'm going through the crossfire. I'm just straight on through.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that's the path to get out. And as you're just like walking, you clearly see the like Tobias like having shot the Kroot and clearly try, and you're just like whatever, and you keep walking.
It's like I can't help you. I have nothing in which to help anybody. So I'm just gonna wait at the other side, being invulnerable.
That's
Okay.
a solid plan. I'm not gonna lie.
We're gonna come to the next comment round. Much as I declared Braine having to go first last time, Zedek, I think you're kind of in the position where you're gonna have to go first this time.
Okay.
So I believe you were currently trying to bribe the Kroot.
No, I'm trying to say Tobias, or yeah, actually, you know, I'm kind of bribing both of them, saying like, look,
Because you kind of want to hire the Kroot's services, right?
if anything, just to
wounded
keep
one?
him from being fucking brained by Tobias, who clearly is more of a monster than I initially took him for.
I figured he was shit.
The other Kroot are sort of looking.
Look,
You pay for new contract.
yes, new pay for
How
contract.
you pay?
They don't pay you? Why do you guys work for them?
No, I think it said how you pay.
How
Oh,
you pay? Yeah.
How do you want to be paid?
And like they start like talking and cawing, and one of them points to you, Zedek. Shoulder pad look good. I want.
Mm. To eat or to wear?
To where to start?
I can make you an exact duplicate. Will that suffice?
Wait, what?
Well, I'm absolutely bullshitting. I'll have someone make it on the ship later.
I'll let you narratively declare that you keep copies of your shoulder pads in your jacket.
I absolutely don't. I absolutely don't. I'll just fucking jury rig one, or somehow make, I don't know, another gang make it for me.
You're spitting on it.
Yeah.
No.
Fine, here, I'll narratively declare it. There. I keep backups, knowing that I get into shit all the time.
Do you just carry around a second, like, exact replica of your normal suit now in like a bag?
Inside
or, like,
the suit.
Yeah, like
It
you
is simply
unzip
under it.
there.
I just
With all the
unzip
pants
it.
I imagine with all the pants you keep ripping, you just have like a duffel bag of spares.
It
stuff.
pays to be prepared.
Do you have like a digi-weapon that just produces more clothes instead of like firing a gun?
Exactly. Why would I have anything useful that could keep me alive when I could look? Why would I have anything that could keep me alive and kill someone when I could be drippy as fuck? I'm fucking drenched.
Oh, Captain, my Captain!
And then like the Kroot are clearly looking at each other, and like several of them are caw speaking, and it's like you don't speak their horrible Xenos language, but you get enough of an inference of like, you should have asked for more. Clearly, we could have got 3 shoulder pads. And then like they sort of like nod and begin backing off. You keep that one. He is no longer part of the unit. And they turn as like the one who is now missing an eye and bleeding from the neck is staring up like.
No, he's. And I looked down at him and wait, why is he still bleeding from the neck? I thought he fixed him.
I mean, like, sorry, blood going down the neck from the eye.
Oh, all right. Look, he doesn't have to fight, but he's part of that contract. And I, again, will pick him up. Be like, good?
Yeah, this seems very good. Now let me look after this component here.
No, I mean like I'm taking the damaged goods with me. That's part of the deal. It's the art of the deal.
Yeah, no, the crew have like all backed off now, like the other ones. But Tobias is like, okay, good deal. Let me fix this component for you.
Okay.
I can't believe you.
Please don't kill him.
I can't. Oh yeah, he just shut up. Oh yeah, I'll fix it for you.
Yep, and like very quickly, he clearly applies some kind of like gel substance from another device in his robes that clears up the like smoldering crater of the eye. All right, there you go. That should keep him good for a while. Now, shall I keep leading you on?
Yes, we can now move on. We have
All right.
recruited a new member.
And like, yeah, Tobias starts walking away. Braine and Reeb, you quickly see the three others of your party members like meet up. First of all, Lorn, and then Zedek, a Kroot, a heavily wounded Kroot, and Tobias.
Okay, those are my friends. It seems we have stolen a bird. You have a good day.
These are our boys now.
Yes, hello, Zedek. Look at these kind men I've met. They have a very cool eyeball.
Very cool. You made that, didn't you?
I did not, but I improved it, even though Gamu was talking. Tell him how bad Gamu is, I say to the big one.
They are now like stepping back. Like you could see the leader who's bionic. He's kind of like tapping it occasionally.
She seems quite improper, but pish posh to that. We have a war to continue. We must succeed for Team Green.
And all of them shout, Team Green!
Yes! Yes!
And they turn and begin walking away.
I give all of them high fives as they leave.
Oh my god.
Good team. Good team. Good team. Good team.
Good team.
Good game. Good game.
Good game. Good game. Good game.
They pour Gatorade on you. You short circuit. You die.
Absolutely.
it gets all up in your
Yeah.
grill, and you die.
After this happens, I just waddle up to the rescue.
Those guys were nice. They feel like my people.
You are now at the opposite, like the other hall. All right. Well, that could have gone better. It could have gone worse.
Yes, most things could go both of those ways.
Well,
But you
we
know
are
what? It
getting
didn't.
awful close to the information center.
Oh, that's good. That's real good.
Let us
can't
march
afford
forward
anymore.
for the Forge World.
Yes.
You are very... I shake his hand. What? Yeah, okay.
And that's the extent of my interaction for right now.
Direction.
I want to know what does Reeb think of this newfound alliance?
Reeb is booking it towards the door, I'm assuming.
Oh, I didn't know if he saw this.
You're now like in the hall, like you're on your own. You're out of the threat area.
Captain, why do you have that Kroot over your shoulder?
As Yanis Drake once said, the primacy of mankind is paramount. However, sometimes allies
Again.
of convenience, even if they are
I can
Xenos.
walk on my own.
Okay, I'll put him down.
Terrific.
He is our ally now. What do we call you?
Captain,
What?
you're making some very large leaps in logic here.
Sometimes we must use those to ensure the brighter future of mankind.
Captain, don't proselytize at me.
Road
Why-
trader. Moving on.
No, why do we have this Kroot?
I gave them some shiny bits.
Well, he was a component for one of the different component streams here, but now he is your component. Does this
Why
mean
is
you
he
will
our
be
component?
requiring cards? Should I get you cards?
Cards? What are you
Cards?
talking about? What is this?
You got a card?
Well, yes. All of the different component streams here have cards. Like these. And he reaches into his very robes and produces like a colored data wafer.
I know what's coming. Please
Team Fortress 2.
Is this like fucking Blood Bowl?
Oh my
Are these
God.
trading cards?
Are
What?
we about?
Well, no. This is one of the quads.
Mm.
You
What's
have
what-
to put these in the SWAT for your stream.
Can Reeb take one of these little data slates and look at it? These data wafers, I should say.
Yeah, absolutely.
So give me an accurate description of it, please, because I'm not quite understanding. Is it like a little chip? What is it? How big is it?
It's about the size of a trading card, like your standard Magic the Gathering style card, maybe a half-inch thick though, with
Okay.
sort of a colored rim, and you can tell very, very simply the color on the rim is some kind of internal lumen unit. So based off the programming that's in it, it's shooting out a different color.
Okay. What is the color?
In this case, it is like a pale white from the one that Tobias has provided.
Bone. Okay.
No,
Is there
he's
anything
common.
on it?
There's like circuitry and such. It looks like it would be meant to be slotted into something. There's some kind of data connector port at the bottom.
Huh. Do we have to take these and become part of these component streams?
Well, that is up to you. Or you could be designated an unused color for yourselves. And then, if you manage to insert it into any of the primary points, you would be allocated the resources.
Wait,
Right.
wait. Did you just say points?
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Did you not do any research before?
I
quitting?
grab him by his cute
Ah!
little pudgy mouth. Oh, Manny.
Lorn
Well-
is hovering ominously behind him. His psychic powers are still on, so he is glowing with energy. And he goes, I heard you fuckers talking about points.
We got some points in here, Lorn. It's real shit.
I'm interested to
well-
hear this development
You're gonna
If-
tell us
if-
what these points.
as soon as we shut up.
Yes. You see, all
Come
all
on.
of-
Just tell us.
Okay,
I
okay,
couldn't
okay, go.
understand the point.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
all of the noble families from Fimbria Majorith send different component streams here. When the component streams arrive, we provide them with the cards for any unused color or previously used color if they are affiliated with a family that currently employs a color here. Once the card is placed into one of the key slots in all of the big refineries here, the refineries allocate their resources for the period the card is slotted to that family.
And what does Bone White represent?
Oh, this is an unprogrammed card. We keep spares on us so that we can provide them to new teams that arrive.
And so you're saying that if you are to win in this great big combat tournament, you would gain control of the resources it provides?
At this point, the Kroot sighing enters in. Yes, that is how it works.
And what if you were to say, gain control of the refineries? Uncontested.
Well, then the resources for those refineries would go to you. They would be parceled and allocated to containment silos that only you would have the access codes for.
I think we just solved part of our problem with the crusade.
Oh, wait, we're doing our job?
I know, it's such a weird feeling to be in
Huh.
control again.
Do we want to do that?
I don't
Yes, we
know.
want to do that.
Okay,
Yes,
no,
we
but it's been
must.
so long.
We must
Oh.
claim the refineries and the resources for the glory of the Primarchs. And so we get points, I guess.
How much for those dog gentlemen?
Oh, for goodness sake.
Well,
All right.
component streams do change all the time.
Wait, did you have a marketplace where we can buy your components?
Well, we are going there to the information center right now.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm going to grab Lorn. I'm going to grab Zedek. I'll look at Reeb. He's not up for this.
Fuck you.
Gentlemen.
You can participate if you want, Reeb. You can get it on the huddle.
I'm just gonna throw a bottle at Pie.
From where? Where are you gonna get the bottle from?
Gentlemen.
Bottles.
Gentlemen. Activate victory sequence 6.0-pi.
And I'm going to begin my programmed victory dance.
We haven't won anything.
We've won something. All right,
haven't won
turning down hype velocity.
And I'll do it slower.
It's doing the Dale Global Marital Dance.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone else actually remembered how to do the dance.
I
so it might
leave
just
Pie and I can go over like, bring us to the information hub.
All right, follow me. And he continues leading down. And as this is happening, the Xenos creature is like behind you, Zedek, and it's sniffing like.
Can I help you?
What do you want with me?
Follow along. You're welcome as part of the crew. I might have need of your services later, and especially, I feel like we could use you. And I felt that was my fault.
What was fault?
Calling you that nasty word. I'm not going to say what I said last session because that was a fucking faux pas on my part. That was a big fucky wucky on HulkyKrow's part.
Well then, I will watch you.
Thank you, and well, take care of yourself too. Don't get hit.
Okay. And like as you're now carrying Tobias, like, all right, behind this door is the information center. Are you ready to go to the information center?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to go.
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, I will open the door to the information center. And as he does, he opens the valve door, and like you are accosted by these like flashing lumens, and suddenly like music is hitting your ears as you see a lively, massive space in front of you where dozens, if not hundreds, of different humanoid, some Xenos, some humans, some mutants, are all gaggling and moving about. In the center is a large circular area where there's clearly bartenders. At least one of them is a Kroot. Several of them are humans. One of them is a rattling on top of an ogren, the rattling taking orders and then quickly like shouting down to the ogren to get and make the drinks. Welcome to the information center. This is where all of the component information is stored.
Zedek, this is a bar.
Ha. I understand.
No.
I understand. It's an information center. That's like all bars are. Oh, I excel in these environments.
I grab Zedek. No, this isn't a bar. It's a cantina.
We listening to the jizz, boys?
Listening to some jizz, boy.
I don't think we can. I think the mouse has the copyright.
Boop, boop.
Quick, I want to do royalty free. We can't sing happy birthday, but we can hum jizz.
Wonderful, wonderful.
The
This
Kroot
is
behind
some-
you speaks.
Some fat alien like and then it's just there's a whole band going.
Yeah, it's like some
Reeb.
like morbidly obese Vespid who is
No.
drumming by tapping on its belly.
We got fucking America's Choice Max Rebo in the corner.
I do, however, think that this is where we will call it for today's episode.
Good.
Excellent.
Good.
So with that, everybody, thank you all so much for watching this episode of WarHams. Thanks everybody for coming over and say hello. We greatly appreciate it. Always remember to go to warhams.tv to find out more about us. If you enjoy what we have here, to get all the past episodes, check up on the schedule when we're going live, and also visit our Twitter at Warhams Show to also be kept up to date on what is going on with us, either if there's any delays, any changes, any updates, any exciting news, etc., etc. All along with supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/Warhams to help support the show, help pay for the art, help pay for a whole bunch of stuff to help keep us going. And I would like to say thank you to our, if I could say the names, Skitari Ranger, played by Speaker D.
Yes, I'm Speaker D. You can find me on Twitter at SuperSnakeIt. You can find me on YouTube at Speaker D. And you can also find me in your dreams and nightmares.
Next up, we have Earndil, our Inquisitorial Acolyte named Reeb Van Horn.
Yes, and you can reach me at Twitter at Earndilio, and nowhere else. Don't try to find me. I do not exist outside of Twitter. Twitter is hell.
True.
And I have been ZoranTheBear. I've been playing Lorn, the sanctioned tracker of the group, and Captain of the Deck Collector, our resident rogue trader, Captain Zedek, played by HulkyKrow.
That's me. You can find me at HulkyKrow on Twitter, where I post some funny things sometimes. And recently now I'm community manager for the WarHams community over on Zoran's Discord at, I believe, discord.gg/ZoranTheBear. You can come in there and join in on the fun. We do fun times with games, chat, and art stuff. There's more stuff coming. We're just sussing out the details. But please, drop on by.
And I'd also like to thank our game master at OnCall GM, Mr. Thurston Hillman. Thank you for a fun session today.
Thank you, everybody. I'm really looking forward to this arc. This hopefully is a palate cleanser from the super serial Carolon stuff.
Tournament art.
But I'll tell you, yeah, we're starting to hit our stride here with plot stuff, as you may notice. So stick on board for the crazy ride ahead.
All right, and with that, we're going to see you guys later. For those of you already on the stream who didn't click away already, just for stream stuff and audio people may be confused. Today is Remy Down Under's birthday. He is currently streaming, so we're all going to raid his channel right now over on Twitch. Please, everybody, as I now click this thing to go raid his place, please spam happy birthday from WarHams, from ZoranTheBear, or however you like to say it. Just please spam happy birthday to him as you arrive over at his channel. So thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for sticking with us. We will see you all next time. So long.
Bye.
And farewell.
Say happy birthday to Spider-Man.
Thanks all for coming. Woof.
Bye-bye.
Yes, goodbye, my friend.
Thank you, beautiful people. I love you.
Ogres.
And keep jizzing.
Oh,
Play
God.
God with ogre.
Oh, no.